Take a look at the highlights from a very chilly Chicago's Wrigley Field yesterday. The wind was blowing out, and that's not good news for pitchers. Watch here, the leadoff batter in the bottom of the first, Sammy Smith, with a home run to right field off Kurt Schilling, and it was 1-0 Chicago. Bottom of the second, this time to left center field. It's Sammy Sosa's second home run, and the Cubs led 2-0. Bottom of the sixth, this is where the controversy begins. It's 2-1 Cubs. Runners on first and second, and there you see the ground ball Bochelle to Morandini. Morandini trying to tag Sammy Sosa, who ran apparently out of the base path, but it was rookie umpire Landy Vanover who said no. He stuck with the call, and Jim Fregosi and the Phillies lost that one, and that's too bad because Jose Vizcaino comes up next after the controversy. Bases loaded single, drives in 2 runs. The Cubs score 4 runs in that 6th inning, go on to win it by a final of 6-3. Jim Fregosi losing that argument, and I'll talk to him about that controversial call in just a moment, live from Wrigley Field. The final 6-3, the Cubs over the Phillies. The Cubs getting 10 hits, the Phillies with 5. Guzman, the winner, he's now 2-1. Same record for Schilling, who takes his first loss of the season. And Myers comes in off the bullpen with his 3rd save. Also in the National League yesterday, we have action from out on the West Coast. Jimmy Leland and the Pittsburgh Pirates in Los Angeles, where it is rookie Mike Piazza from Norristown with his second home run of the season, a 3-run shot. Darryl Strawberry then in the bottom of the second gives the Dodgers a 6-2 advantage, his second homer in 2 games. And watch Darryl in the field, in right field. Nice catch by Darryl Strawberry, and it was 6-3. The Dodgers win that one out in Los Angeles. Meanwhile, we'll stick to the West Coast. Here it is San Diego, Jack Murphy Stadium. Mark Whitten ties it off Riel Cormier from the St. Louis Cardinals, and San Diego tied it up at 1. Then it's 2-1 San Diego. Fred McGriff with his 3rd home run of the season, an opposite field job. And the final there, San Diego 2-1 over St. Louis. There's the Los Angeles final over Pittsburgh. Other scores in the National League, the New York Mets are now 4-1 on the road. They won it yesterday by a final of 4-1 over Cincinnati. And Colorado is now 4-6 on the season. First road win for the Rockies, 9-1 at Montreal. Atlanta 2-0 over San Francisco, and Florida 9, and Houston 4. In the American League yesterday, a wild affair going on at Tiger Stadium in Detroit. And I mean wild. Look at the bats. First of all, 10 walks by Seattle pitchers. Rob Deere had 4 walks alone. And then some mammoth home runs. This one by Mickey Tettleton makes it 12-2, his 3rd home run of the season. That's an upper deck job. Speaking of upper deck jobs, this one went over 430 feet by Rob Deere. They finally pitched to Deere, and that had Sparky Anderson and the Detroit Tigers laughing because that's right, the Tigers won this one by a final of 20-3. Second time in 4 days that the Tigers have scored 20 or more runs. By the way, Sparky won win number 2,000 last week, and he keeps on going with those W's. Minnesota 8-2 over Kansas City. Boston is now 8-3. They tie the Phillies for the best record in baseball, again at 8-3, 5-1 victory over Chicago yesterday. Texas shut out the New York Yankees 9-0. It was Toronto 8, Cleveland 1, California over Baltimore 7-5, and it was Milwaukee 6 and Oakland 3. Coming up, we'll talk to Jim Fregosi live as we head to our first break. Let's take a look at who's off and running in the National League.
It's a spring savings spectacular at Today's Man. Choose classic traditional suits just $129 or 2 for $199. Pure wool traditional and European designer suits $149.99 or 2 for just $279. Pure silk sport coats $70 or 2 for an astounding $99. Fine dress slacks $30, 2 pair just $49. So hurry, spectacular spring savings right now at Today's Man. 30 to 40% less every day.
Write down this phone number, then put it in your car. Because if you're ever seriously injured in a car accident, you can call this number 24 hours a day and be in touch with the law offices of Manchell, Lundy, and Lesson. We have more than 30 years of experience, and no one will work harder for you. So if you are ever seriously hurt in a car accident, we're able to take so much of the pain out of recovering what's legally yours. Write down this number, put it in your car. Oh, and give it to someone you love.
On Renegade, the Japanese mafia takes an innocent girl hostage.
You're killing, man. Believe it. Anything happens to that girl, I'm gonna put you on a plane to hell nonstop.
And Reno is caught in the crossfire.
The dragon wants the money and you, Mr. Takada. It was my responsibility to protect Mitsuko. It's my responsibility to bring her back safely. You or me have unfinished business, one way or another.
On the next Renegade. Tonight at 7 on PHL 17.
Welcome back to the pregame show. I'm Neil Hart. In just a few minutes, it's the Phils and the Cubs from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Let's head to Wrigley Field in Chicago now. We have the manager of the Philadelphia Phillies, Jim Fregosi, is joining us live. Jim, yesterday, crew chief Harry Wendelstedt said that, and I'll quote him now, as long as we're going back to the 6th inning now, a moment I'm sure you will not forget. As long as he's not beyond those 3 feet, and we're talking about Sammy Sosa here, from his base path, which the runner establishes, he can go on the grass, and the grass then is irrelevant. What's your understanding of that ruling?
Well, Neil, first of all, Harry had a worse view of it than I did. All he's doing is quoting the rule. He can't actually tell where the runner is. I thought the runner went out of the box, and you see where Mickey is. He went out of the way to avoid the tag and went out of the base path, and you can see where he went. What I got into the big discussion with the umpire about was he said that the runner was already past Mickey, and the umpire was wrong about that, as you can see in the replay. Unfortunately, he would not ask anybody, would not go to the first base umpire, who had a better view of the play, and it's unfortunate. There are 2 rookies. The guy at first was a rookie, and the guy at second was rookie, and he just would not ask anybody. Kind of a frustrating situation for you, because as you mentioned, you're trying to get some other help from one of the other umpires, and generally they won't ask somebody else in that case, will they? You know, I have found through the years that if you ask them to ask somebody, if they did not get a good view of it, they will usually go to another umpire to get the play right. And that's all I asked him to do. But he said he saw the play, and I did not think he got a good view of the play. All right, let's look ahead now to today's ball game. During this series, you've had bases loaded a number of times, haven't been able to get the runners home. What about today? Well, you know, the wind's blowing out. There should be a lot of runs scored today. Hopefully, we'll start hitting with some men on base. We've had the opportunities. We just have not got it done. Hitting is a contagious thing. If somebody will get going and drive in some big runs or get a bases loaded hit, then everybody will come out of it. All right, Jim, good luck. Looks pretty nice out there today, so all right, Neil, thanks. All right, Jim Fregosi joining us live from Wrigley Field. We'll go back there in just a moment. Time to take a look at what players are off and running 2 weeks into the season in the American League.
Al Bundy seeks to make a fortune as a psychic.
You are meddling with powers which, much like a woman's body, you don't understand.
But unfortunately,
Accursed you shall be. This I vow.
puts the family under a spell.
Thanks, Dad.
There's no such thing as curses.
On the next Married with Children.
Tomorrow at 6:30 on PHL 17.
There's never been a better day to come back to AT&T.
Well, how come they won't take me back?
In fact, over 100,000 businesses have come back.
Yeah, I'll make it 100,001.
Come back to AT&T now, and your business, large or small, can get 100 days free.
Well, my whole career is a small business.
Come back to AT&T, the best in the business.
Ah, come on, will you? Even my wife took me back. I mean, not for long. Oh, she'll hear from me, too.
It's a spring savings spectacular at today's man. Choose classic traditional suits just $129 or 2 for $199. Pure wool traditional and European designer suits $149.99 or 2 for just $279. Pure silk sport coats $70 or 2 for an astounding $99. Fine dress slacks $30, 2 pair just $49. So hurry, spectacular spring savings right now at today's man. 30 to 40% less every day.
One of the reasons for the Phillies' early success has been the relief help of Mitch Williams. His numbers 11 games into the season have been remarkable. 5 saves, 9 strikeouts, only 1 walk in 5 appearances. The wild thing has got the Philly faithful rocking when he's on the mound.
Can you believe it? A 12-pitch, 1-2-3 save for Mitch Williams.
What do you think about when you're out there?
Getting people out. I don't care how. Doesn't matter to me. If they hit a line drive off my head and it goes to the first baseman for an out, that's an out.
High ball left field, well hit. The wind's going to help it, but Incaviglia at the track makes the catch.
I mean, if they want to throw me in a one-run game every night, that's great. I just don't like the 18 days in between opportunities. That's what's frustrating.
2 outs. Gonzalez will go. Swing and a miss to end the ball game.
Do you thrive on that situation? Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-run lead?
I mean, to me, that's what the game's all about. My back's against the wall, their back's against the wall. Who's going to come forward?
And so far this season, the wild thing has come forward with save after save. Gone are the distractions of a year ago, which fans were unaware of.
No, they don't see. They just see me go out on the field and throw and not know what's going on in my head or anything like that. And that's what happened last year. I had a lot of stuff. My mom was very ill, and I was going through a divorce, and it was hard to deal with. And I'd never had to deal with anything like that before, but like I said in the article, it's behind me now, and it's time to go forward.
When you go on the field, can you put all the distractions aside?
I had never had any trouble doing it before, but I think last year was just a little too much to put aside.
To make up for last year's disappointment, Mitch worked hard during the offseason to get himself into better shape, both physically and mentally.
I've always worked out. I mean, it's like anything. It's like with your job. There's certain parts of your job you don't like. Well, that's one part of it I don't like. I'll do it because I know I have to. But let's just say if I wasn't playing baseball, I wouldn't be coming up here at 9 o'clock in the morning lifting weights.
Foul tip, he didn't chase that one. Struck him out.
What do you do to relax?
Watch Mary with children. That's about it. I just stay at home.
I hate Valentine's Day in the shoe store. Every fat woman in Chicago hippos in wanting pink pumps. They think it makes them look sexy, as if anyone could see the shoes over the bulging flesh of their ankles.
Good morning, Al.
I watch him every night. Al Bundy's kind of a folk hero of mine.
Now, you say that with kind of a serious tone.
I just think it's a hilarious show, and the way Al carries it off is great.
Hey, Mitch, don't you think you should be in the bullpen by now?
The one and only wild thing. That's, of course, Al Bundy from Married with Children. We're ready for some baseball at Wrigley Field. I'm Neil Hartman. Enjoy the game on PHL 17.
The new Lexus GS Luxury Performance Sedan. It not only corners better than the BMW 535i, but it rides smoother. Of course, if you still insist on feeling every pebble in the road, be our guest. See the GS at your New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania area Lexus dealer. The price is within reach, too.
There's only one way to get a rep in street ball. Put the rock in the hole. That's it. Go baseline, guys will take your head off. One for the J, you get an elbow in the chest. That is the game. I know what I'm talking about, man. You see the way I play in the NBA? I learned to play in 12 years, every day, right here. Still the same. Nothing changes, man. Nothing. Except maybe the game gets meaner and the shoes get tougher.
Phone, Mr. Lyons? Phone.
Hello?
Lyons, that package you sent That's not me. What? I am shocked. Shocked and appalled. Let me confer with my staff. Federal Express?
Only Federal Express can confirm delivery in seconds and has a tracking guarantee.
Your people received the package at 9:20 a.m.
I'm terribly sorry.
Say no more. Let's do lunch.
Nobody tracks better than Federal Express.
My Uncle Ernie loves the Phillies, but he's such a lousy driver, he could never make it to the vet to see him play. He even got his insurance canceled trying. So to get Uncle Ernie off the road and into Veterans Stadium, we got him Prism.
Croc, Dykstra, Dalton, the Phillies are gearing up for an exciting season, and Prism has 45 games from Veterans Stadium. To order Prism, dial 1-800-CABLE-ME. Call now and get installation for only $4.95 or a free upgrade.
I can't believe Uncle Ernie makes his living as a driving instructor.
everybody from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Welcome to Phillies baseball. This afternoon, the final game of the series, the Phils and the Chicago Cubs. The left-handers going today, Danny Jackson for the Phils, Greg Hibbard for the Cubs. Harry Callis with Rich Ashburn and Andy Musser. And Hibbard, Andy, just over from the American League, his first year in the National League, and the first time the Phillies will see him today.
Talk to Billy Connors, the Cubs pitching coach, about him, Harry. He's a sinker ball pitcher, gets a lot of outs with his sinker ball, not overpowering by any means, and has the 4 basic pitches. But the interesting thing is his April record. He is 9-1 in the month of April.
He loves to pitch in April. The Phillies have lost both games here at Wrigley Field, but still Rich are on top in National League East, a game ahead of the Cardinals and the Pirates. And Dave Hollins appears to be coming around, which will be a big boost.
And I think, Harry, one of the reasons for that is that he started to swing at strikes. He got, I think he got 3 walks yesterday. He's been getting a lot of bases on balls, so he's a lot more selective. And they need Dave in that cleanup spot to hit the ball. And he has Dalton behind him, which ought to help him. And if he'll stay into this approach, getting the strikes, and laying off those bad pitches, he'll come around and he'll be a big bat.
Danny Jackson for the Phils, Greg Hibbard for Chicago. Back with the starting lineups after these messages.
The Phillies versus the Chicago Cubs. Brought to you by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. The Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. Carry us for life.
I'm a real wild one. Wild one.
When it comes to clean, fresh taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Stop! Southport!
Bud Light delivers.
Mr.
Dangerfield's AT&T on line 2.
Oh, really? Well, you finally came around. You're taking me back. Yeah, that's Dangerfield with a D. No, that's Rodney, not Basil. Basil? I mean, who the heck is Basil Dangerfield? Oh, wait, don't hang up.
Come back to AT&T now and your business can get 100 days free.
You can call me Roberto. Just take me back. Or you can even call me Roberta.
Come back to AT&T, the best in the business.
I work Saturdays and Sundays. It's not a job. It's a dedication. I don't think you can teach someone to tune. You just got to practice until it's natural, just like breathing. There seems something mystic about it. So much beauty comes out of music.
Mellon PSFS, you're why we do our very best.
Back at Wrigley Field in Chicago on a sunny day, not nearly as cold as it was the first 2 days of this series. And the wind is blowing out. It should be a hitter's day. There might be a lot of balls flying right on out of here. It is pleasant. They should have a good crowd here today. And the temperature in the 50s, high 50s. It's 57 degrees. Winds blowing straight out. Phil's trying to salvage one in this series. Cubs winning the first 2 games of the series. Phil's still on top of National League East, though, with an 8-3 mark, 1 game ahead of St. Louis and Pittsburgh. Winds are 16 miles per hour, blowing dead out. So for Danny Jackson and Greg Hibbard, the story today will be keep the ball down. Try to keep it in the park.
That's Hibbard's style. He has that sinker ball. This is a great park for a sinker ball today. And the hitters have to discipline themselves, Harry. They really have to make sure he gets the ball up, or they'll be hitting ground balls all day if they chase that sinker down.
Manager Jim Fregosi and hitting coach Billy Williams exchanging the lineup cards at home plate with the umpires. Danny Jackson making his third start for the Phils. No wins, no losses, although he has pitched well in both of his previous starts. You couldn't tell it by his ERA, but his ERA is 5.1, but he has pitched well in both games. Has quite a few strikeouts in 12 1/3 innings, 11 strikeouts and 4 walks.
The 25-mile-an-hour wind, Harry, straight out. It was only 14 miles an hour about an hour ago. It's gone up.
Phillies lineup this afternoon will have Lenny Dykstra, center fielder, leading off. Batting second, Mariano Duncan, second baseman. John Kruk, first baseman, hits third. Dave Holland's third baseman batting fourth. Darren Dalton catching, hitting fifth. Pete Incaviglia in left field will bat sixth. Wes Chamberlain, right fielder, hitting seventh. Ken Batiste will play short today and bat eighth. And batting ninth and pitching, Danny Jackson. They are facing the left-hander in his first year in the National League, Greg Hibbard.
He's pitched very well. This is his third start. He's 1-0. Had two starts against Atlanta, and his ERA is only 1.84. Throws a lot like Pittsburgh's Randy Tomlin across his body.
Defensively behind him, Steve Buechele at third base, Ray Sanchez the shortstop, Jose Vizcaino at second base, Mark Race at first, Steve Lake catching Hibbard today, and in the outfield, Derek May in left field, Willie Wilson in center, and Sammy Sosa in right. The umpires, and this crew has two rookie umpires. Wally Bell is one of them. He'll call the balls and strikes. Larry Vanover is the other one. He's at first base. Crew chief Harry Wendelstedt at second, and Randy Marsh at third. 57th wedding anniversary wishes today to Paul and Helen Wetterow. Tamaqua. And Alan Musser, Andy's son, celebrating his 31st birthday today.
And Sue Levy of Marlton, celebrating on this Sunday, April 18th. Sue married beneath herself, Harry, but you know, you go with what you can get sometimes. Just kidding, Maury.
Lenny Dykstra leads it off, hitting at .250. He's tied for the league lead in runs scored with 12 of them. Third in the league in walks with 12. And the first pitch of the ball game. Over at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Hibbard throws sinker. He's got a good changeup. He kind of turns over to right-hand hitters. Throws more curves than sliders, but mostly the sinker and the changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike. Send along our very best to Henry King Sr. from King of Prussia at Sacred Heart Hospital in Norristown. Rip, but foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Henry is recuperating from surgery, and his son Hank is the Phillies' advanced scout. He's out in California now, scouting the West Coast clubs, whom the Phillies will be playing next. Hank sends his best to his dad, as do we. Hope you're feeling better real soon, Henry. On the ground to Vizcaino. Hibbard gets a lot of ground ball outs. That's one of them. That'll bring up Mariano Duncan. Doug hitting at 2-8. Morning, Todd Bonin, good friends of Dennis Mannion here for the ball game. Missing low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Happy birthday to Bill McCoach, Cape May, New Jersey. His 71st today.
Committed on the low pitch, 1-1. Two balls and 1 strike to Mariano Duncan. Forcing the pitch away. He'll stay on the outside corner to right-hand hitters all afternoon. If you try to pull that ball, you're just going to hit ground balls. But he stays away from right-handers very well. Paints the outside part of the plate. Missed wide with it. Full count. Hibbert was drafted in the expansion draft by Florida and then traded to the Cubs for Alex Arias and Gary Scott. Duncan's aboard with a walk.
Duncan laid off those two pitches down and away to get the walk.
Here's John Kruk hitting at 381, leads the league in doubles with 7 of them, 4th in the league in hitting at 381 despite an 0 for 5 day yesterday. Tucker had a tough day yesterday. He said after the game, what was I today, 0 for 20?
It's the worst day he's ever had at bat. Didn't get a ball by the mound.
He offered at it, I believe. Yes, he did, as the appeal goes down to Randy Marsh. 1 strike to John Kruk.
Richard Stevenson in Wilmington, 70 today.
Well hit to center. Watch this, baby. Out of here. Home run to Krucker, and the Phillies are quickly on the board, 2-0. So much for that weak game yesterday. He comes out smoking today. Number 3 for Kruk.
Well, he obviously got a lot of help from the wind, because you don't see many balls go in that batting eye out in dead center field, but that was pretty well up there. What you have to do today, get the ball airborne. And Hibbert did get a pitch up. Kruk did not miss it.
Well, that's a good swing.
Yes, it is. See, that pitch is up and away. Got great wood on it.
Dave Hollins, he's going to give him that pitch, and it could be a long day for the Phillies hitters. He's on that outside corner, I guess.
Thing is today, you know, you get the ball on the outside corner and hit it hard. It'll go out to right field, right-hand batter.
1 ball and 1 strike to Hollins, who's hitting at 268. Batting .421 right-handed, 136 left-handed. One and 2.
Happy birthday to Kathleen Spence today, and tomorrow she's celebrating her 45th wedding anniversary. Claymont, Delaware.
Struck him out. It's 2 down. That'll bring on Darren Dalton. Dutch hitting at 303. Getting a lot of walks in the early going. He's tied for the league lead in walks with 13. Second in the league in slugging percentage. Second in the league in on-base percentage. Got the breaking ball over for a strike. Two quick strikes to Darren Dalton. Bouncing foul, still 0-2. Popped him up third base side. Buechele shading the sun, makes the grab. That'll retire the side, but the Phils are on the board with a 2-run home run by John Kruk. 1 hit, no errors, and none left. And at the end of 1/2, Phils 2, Cubs coming to bat.
Your Hyundai dealer's celebrating because Hyundai sales are up 24%. So right now during the Hyundai Success Celebration, you can get up to $1,500 factory cash back. Buy an Excel for as low as $58.99 or an Elantra for as little as $83.99 after the factory savings. And every Hyundai comes with 2 years scheduled service at no charge. About all you pay for is gas. So join the success celebration at your Hyundai dealer today. Hurry into your nearest Hyundai dealer now. It's where cars make sense.
In the old days, you could find a great tasting pizza on almost every corner. Now you can get that great taste right outside your front door. Introducing Neapolitan pizza, now delivered from Pizza Hut. Made with an old-fashioned tomato sauce, mouth-watering mozzarella, and a deliciously thin crust. So call Pizza Hut Delivery and get a large Neapolitan pizza for just $6.99. It's a new old-fashioned way to stop and smell the pizza.
Shipping a package to Omaha? That's child's play. Worldwide shipping demands people with local know-how. DHL. We'll take it from here.
Hi, I'm Ed O'Neill, and you're watching PHL 17, the home of the Phillies.
The Chicago lineup this afternoon. Willie Wilson, center fielder, leads off. Ray Sanchez, shortstop, batting second. Mark Race, first baseman, hits third. Derek May, left fielder, batting fourth. Sammy Sosa, right fielder, hits fifth. Steve Buechele, third baseman, batting sixth. Jose Vizcaino at second base hits seventh. Steve Lake catching, batting eighth, and batting ninth and pitching Greg Hibbert. That lineup facing Danny Jackson.
Jackson, no wins, no losses. This is his third start. And he's pitched a couple of pretty good starts. His last start against Cincinnati, they chinked him for 6 fluke hits, and his ERA is 5.11. But he's actually pitched a couple pretty good games, and he's been striking out almost a batter an inning.
He has Dave Hollins at third behind him. Kim Baptiste playing shortstop. Mariano Duncan at second. John Kruk at first. Darren Dalton catching. And in the outfield from left to right, Pete Incaviglia, Lenny Dykstra, and Wes Chamberlain. Willie Wilson leads it off, hitting a .268, switch hitter, batting better right-handed than left, hitting .333 right-handed. Cubs have scored at least 1 run in the first inning in 4 straight games. 1 ball and no strikes. Ball and a strike to Willie Wilson. Danny Jackson lifetime is even up against the Cubs. 3 wins, 3 losses. Wilson not happy with that call. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beats the ball, fouls, still 1-2. Cubs had so many problems with their leadoff spot last year that they acquired Willie Wilson as a free agent. Their leadoff man hit just .248 last year. Stole 14 bases, both National League lows. And they scored 79 runs, also a low in the National League. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Willie Wilson. Ground ball, shortstop, Baptiste. Just got him. Boy, Wilson got down that line in a hurry. The grass slows the ball up so much here at Wrigley Field that it takes a while to get to the infielders, and Wilson motoring almost beat that out.
There were just a slight juggle there that could have cost him. Good call by Larry Vanover. 1 for 5 isn't bad.
Ray Sanchez, the batter, hitting at .222. 1-0 to Sanchez. One ball and 1 strike. Phillies lead 2-0 on a John Kruk 2-run homer. Phils are back home on Tuesday night against San Diego. John Kruk has it on one hop. He'll make the play himself. 2 down for Danny Jackson in the first. It'll bring up Mark Grace. Grace third in the league in hitting, batting at .405. Andres Galarraga of Colorado leads the league in hitting. .439 his average. The appeal to Randy Marsh, who said no swing. 1 ball and no strikes. Two 2-0 to Grace with 2 outs and no base runners. Just missing a little bit low. 3 balls and no strikes. Got that one over. 3-1. Grace is aboard with a walk. Bring on Derek May. May hitting at .379. 3 homers and 9 RBIs. Into center field. Dykstra right there. That will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. And at the end of 1, it's 2-0 Phils.
My mama told me you better shop around, shop around. You better shop around. My mama told me you better shop around, shop around. You better shop around.
I always go to the shopping center 9 out of 10 people use. The genuine Belle of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Belle Atlantic cover.
My Uncle Ernie loves the Phillies, but he's such a lousy driver, he can never make it to the vet to see him play. He even got his insurance canceled trying. So to get Uncle Ernie off the road and into Veterans Stadium, we got him Prism.
Kruk, Dykstra, Dalton. The Phillies are gearing up for an exciting season, and Prism has 45 games from Veterans Stadium. To order Prism, dial 1-800-CABLE-ME. Call now and get installation for only $4.95 or a free upgrade.
I can't believe Uncle Ernie makes his living as a driving instructor.
You know, when it comes to protecting against friction, nothing beats Quaker State. When it comes to keeping engines clean, nothing beats Quaker State. When it comes to protecting against viscosity breakdown, nothing beats Quaker State. It's one tough motor oil.
Sunday afternoon, May 9th, 1:35, the Phillies tangle with the Cardinals, and women 15 and over take home a good-looking umbrella free, courtesy of MAB Paints. Good fun, great baseball, free gift. Sunday, May 9th. Reserve your tickets now. Call 463-1000.
After 1 inning of play, the Phils 2 and the Cubs nothing. Phillies are home on Tuesday night against San Diego. We'll be televising that game for you here on PHL 17 and the Phillies television network against the Padres. Tommy Green against Dave Island. Then Wednesday's game will have Ben Rivera and Andy Bennis going at 7:30. That'll be on Sports Channel against San Diego. Tuesday on PHL 17, Wednesday on Sports Channel. Wes Chamberlain leading it off. I thought Incaviglia was hitting in this spot. Nope.
No, Fregosi flip-flopped him. He wanted Chamberlain batting behind Dalton today. Wes is hitting the ball a little better and just thought he might get Dalton some better pitches to hit.
Plus hitting at .267. Now balls and 2 strikes to Chamberlain. Up in the air to left field. It's deep. The wind helps it. It pushes it. It puts it in the basket. Out of here. Boy, did the wind take that ball. That's a routine fly ball, and the Phillies lead it 3-0.
Harry, I don't think he even got it on the good part of the bat. I think he got jammed a little bit on it. It was a high pitch. Hibbert was probably trying to waste that pitch, and the wind just picked it up and carried it right on out. I guess Hibbert probably never pitched in a park where the ball can do that the way it can here when the wind is blowing out.
Pete Incaviglia, what a great play by Mark Grace, taking extra bases away from Incaviglia. That's why that man won a Gold Glove last year. Just a super play by Grace.
He's made a lot of them against the Phillies. Here's the ball West hit. It's up and in. He had a quick bat. It looked like a regular fly to left when he hit it.
Here's Kim Baptiste. He is 1 for 3 so far this season. Phil's on top 3-0. There's a slugged 2 homers already in the game. It's been a while since the Phillies had homered. Lenny Dykstra hitting the last one 6 days ago as a game winner against Cincinnati. 2 balls and a strike to Baptiste. To the shortstop Sanchez. Baptiste retired. It's 2 down. It'll bring up Danny Jackson. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Jackson's 1 for 3, a double. Lifetime of 122 hitter. One strike to Danny Jackson.
I have Al Friedman here today from the Philadelphia area. Al now living in Madison, Wisconsin.
2 strikes to Jackson. Off day tomorrow. San Diego at Veterans Stadium Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tommy Green against Dave Island Tuesday night. Wednesday, Ben Rivera and Andy Benes. Terry Mulholland and G.W. Harris on Thursday. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two and 2. Full count. Cued off the end of his bat, backhanded nicely by Hibbert, throws him out. That'll retire the side. The Phils get a run on Chamberlain's homer. 1 hit, no errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the second, 3-0 Phils.
Tuesday night at 7:30, the Phils kick off a 3-game set with Fred McGriff, Tony Gwynn, and the rest of the San Diego Padres. The Padres offense can really light it up, but Terry Mulholland and the boys are out to shut them down. Then Thursday night at 7:30, catch the series finale. The Phillies and the Padres clash Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30, only on PHL 17.
We play the Phillies on 17.
This is it. Bottom of the ninth, tie score, 2-out, full count. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball. And Ventura connects. A hot liner up the middle. It's still rising. Johnson leaps, and it's off the wall. He's rounding second. The ball drops. McRae scoops it up and wings it toward Pendleton. Here's the play at the plate, and he's safe. It's unbelievable. And that's the game. Now here's the wrap-up. Fleer, a game in every pack.
With its speed-sensitive rack and pinion steering, double wishbone suspension, and Formula One inspired engine, the Acura Integra could appear financially unapproachable. As it turns out, it's not. Test drive the Integra at your Greater Philadelphia Acura dealer.
Still pushing that spreader? Let Lawn Doctor do the work with time-tested proven lawn care or new all-natural fertilization. You get a rich, thick, healthy lawn with environment-supporting care. Lawn Doctor. Nobody does it better, naturally.
The 93 Phils are on top of National League East. It's a fun club to watch, and the best and most convenient, most hassle-free way to watch the Fightin' Phils is with season tickets. Season ticket doesn't mean you have to see all the games. You can purchase one for as little as $130 for just 13 games. And just because the season may have already started, you can still purchase season tickets. Call for details at 215-463-5000. Sammy Sosa leads it off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the second, hitting at .311. Came over from the Chicago White Sox. George Bell deal. Sosa, 24 years old. Got ability, Whitey. Kind of like his tools. He runs well. He's got power. Can throw.
And if he can stay healthy. Been hurt a lot. He's kind of a wild swinger.
1 ball and 1 strike to Sosa.
If he chases, he usually chases low. He'll swing at some pitches that bounce up there. They're strong.
Beats the ball foul. One and 2 the count to Sammy Sosa. Fouls that one back, still 1 and 2.
I guess we'll never see a day here like the one with Schmidt and Kingman. They were hitting them so far.
They were hitting them onto Waveland Avenue all afternoon. That ball's, the wind's going to carry it, but not far enough. Incaviglia even came in a couple of steps. He must have got that one off the end of the bat.
I think he did. If he'd have hit it good, he'd have gone, but Incaviglia really broke back like it was going, but I think it must have been off the end of the bat.
Here's Steve Buechele hitting at 184. Buechele has not had good career success against Jackson, 1 out of 11 lifetime. One ball and no strikes.
Two pitches right there. I don't know where they were. It must have been high at least.
Two and 1 to Buechele. Bills lead 3-0. Truck a 2-run homer. Chamberlain the solo homer. Right field, Chamberlain puts it away. 2 down. That'll bring on Jose Vizcaino. Don't tell the Phillies about the Cubs missing Ryan Sandberg, because this guy, Vizcaino, has killed the Phils in the 5 games played between the two teams. He is 6 for 16. with a homer and 5 RBIs in the 5 games. Switch hitter.
The Cubs kept saying last year that this guy was going to be a pretty good ball player. He's certainly off to a pretty good start.
He's tied for the Cubs lead in RBIs with 9 of them. He and Grace and May all have 9. There's Ryan Sandberg hitting off the tee today. Should be ready by the 1st of May.
Say he was swinging pretty good too.
Three balls and no strikes to Vizcaino. Center field, another hit for Vizcaino. Now 7 for 17 against Phillies pitching. It's amazing. He's a 2-out base runner for Steve Lake. Laker is 1 out of 9 so far this season.
He got a 3-1 fastball. It was right down the middle. Put a little slice on that swing, but still hit it pretty well.
Lake has been a good lifetime hitter against Danny Jackson, 5 for 13 lifetime. One ball and no strikes to Steve Lake.
Lake doesn't hit many home runs, but he's even dangerous today.
It off the end of his bat, first base side, 1-1.
Lake hit a home run off Doc Gooden in Shea Stadium. Was that last year? Last year, the year before. And he really smoked that one off Gooden. He had a 3-hit game that day. Good defensive catcher.
Gets jammed by the slider in on his fist. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Steve Lake with Vizcaino at first and 2 outs. Phil's lead 3-0. We're in the second. Fly ball into left, not deep. Incaviglia comes in and makes the grab, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left at the end of 2, 3-0 Phils.
Jim, give me a Bud Light. We're all out.
When it comes to clean, fresh taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, Bud Light delivers.
The new Lexus GS Luxury Performance Sedan. It not only corners better than the BMW 535i, but it rides smoother. Of course, if you still insist on feeling every pebble in the road, be our guest. See the GS at your New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania area Lexus dealer. The price is within reach, too.
It's pretty safe to say that nobody's going to award us the Nobel Prize for designing a filtering system for Sunoco gasoline. But what this filter does is keep the tiny particles that can find their way into gasoline from finding their way into your engine. We've been told we're a tad on the obsessive side. Tell that to the guy on the side of the road with a clogged fuel line.
Big games. Monday, April 26th at 7:35, and Tuesday afternoon, April 27th at 12:35. It's the first business person special. And Barry Bonds, Will Clark, and the Giants come to town. Call 463-1000.
Our trivia question of the afternoon. Who was the only Chicago Cub to win back-to-back batting titles? Half inning to ponder on that as Lenny Dykstra leads off for the Phils. Grounded out his first time up. Another ground ball. Grace to Hibbard. Dykstra's retired. One quick out here in the third. It'll bring up Mariano Duncan. He walked. Scored a run his first time up. Hibbard, the left-hander for the Cubs, 28 years of age. He was 10-7 for the Chicago White Sox last year. Raised in Gulfport, Mississippi, went to the University of Alabama. Sandy mentioned at the top he has a great record in April. Lifetime 9-1 in the month of April. Had a tremendous spring. He was 3-0 with an 0-point ERA. On the inside corner with that pitch, 2-1.
Kruk, Dykstra, Dalton. The Phillies are gearing up for an exciting season, and Prism has 45 games from Veterans Stadium. To order Prism, dial 1-800-CABLE-ME. Call now and get installation for only $4.95 or a free upgrade.
I can't believe Uncle Ernie makes his living as a driving instructor.
Ready for a blast of pure refreshment? Get Refreshing Shield. Smell the burst of cool, fresh scent. Feel the high-energy lather. Shield's unique skin-invigorating formula will shake you up, turn you around. It's a blast of pure refreshment. Refreshing Shield.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Smooth Bush Beer and easy drinking Bush Light. Head for the mountains of Bush. By your Quality Plus Ford dealers who invite you to come in and test drive the brand new 1993 Probe. And by Pizza Hut. Call Pizza Hut delivery now and have your pizza by the 6th inning. Greg Hibbard leads it off. One strike to him. Hibbard is 0 for 4. Coming over from the American League, he did not swing the bat, of course, over there. 1-1 the count to him. Our trivia question of the afternoon: who was the only Chicago Cub to win back-to-back batting titles? 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hibbard.
I think that had to be Bill Madlock.
That is correct, Whitey.
There's a guy, Bill Madlock, who won 4 batting titles. Gets hardly any mention for the Hall of Fame at all. I mean, his vote total was very low.
He could hit. Bill Madlock in 75 hit 354 to win the batting crown. In 76 he hit 339. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hibbard. That's got a piece of it.
He won one of those batting titles on the last day of the season when Ken Griffey in Cincinnati had the lead and sat out the game in Cincinnati, and to beat him, Madlock had to get 4 hits, and that's what he did.
Tap to Dave Hollins at third base. 1 down. Brings on Willie Wilson, who grounded out his first time up. Next Saturday at Veterans Stadium, Tom Lasorda's Dodgers will be there. Darryl Strawberry, Eric Davis, and that gang. And all fans 14 and under receive a Phillies baseball card book free, including some Phillies baseball cards. Great item for all young fans. Compliments of Donruss. That's next Saturday, April 24th, 7:05 against the Dodgers. For tickets, call 215-463-1000. Deep shortstop right off the glove of Baptiste. With the speed of Willie Wilson, Baptiste would have had trouble making the play even had he caught it cleanly. He's trying to set himself and backhand.
Yeah, he knew he was going to have to get to the ball quickly and throw it hard. The ball didn't even hit his glove. I believe it hit his back foot, giving him an error.
They'll bring on Ray Sanchez. I believe I would have scored that a hit, taking into consideration Wilson's speed. He had a routine ground ball to short his first time up, and they got him by a fraction of a step. Ball and no strikes to Sanchez. He grounded out his first time up. Bouncing ball softly to short. Baptiste takes the sure out at first. Moving up to second is Wilson. 2 down. We'll pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
Here's Mark Grace, who walked his first time up. Why do you suppose Baptiste did not go to second on that ball?
He had a real tough angle.
Did he?
You know, charging the ball on the dead run, he had to throw then against his body and kind of backwards.
Wilson got a tremendous jump. No throw by Dalton. Stolen base, Willie Wilson. Cubs don't steal many, but they've been successful in all 5 of their attempts this year. That's Wilson's second steal this year. He hadn't been caught.
I think Willie just wanted to show the official score that he could run. He wanted that base hit. He had a big jump.
1 ball and no strikes. Just a bit low, 2-0. Bills lead 3-0. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. 3 balls and no strikes. Three and 1 to Grace. Pretty well hit to left, but Incaviglia there. That will retire the side. For the Cubs, no runs, no hits. 1 error and 1 left. Andy Musser and Chris Wheeler come your way in the 4th. After 3, it's 3-0 Phillies.
And that was dinner for our favorite food critic?
Everything was wonderful.
Something else to drink, monsieur?
Yes. Make it a Bud Light, please.
I'm sorry, monsieur. We have run out.
Really? Well, that does change things a bit, doesn't it?
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Phillies chili. Quaint atmosphere.
Is that a tip or did you just lose some change?
Charming service.
I don't know anything else I'd rather do. I think I'm the luckiest guy alive. I love retail. When we first started, literally we had to turn over packing crates and barrels and sold right out of them. Business is part, you know, especially our business, it's part art form and part business form. But we mass merchandise so people see it clearly. And we want people to pick it up and touch it. We don't want it to be precious because it's not. For 30 years, people have really been trying to copy us. And I think it's very, very hard to copy personal style. I think seeing a sign on a store window saying they welcome American Express certainly makes you feel comfortable about going in and not worrying whether you have the money in your wallet.
American Express reminds you it takes a lot of shopping to make a house a home. Gordon would like to remind you they're open tonight.
1 week from today, the Fanatic celebrates another birthday, celebrates in style. In fact, this year, a great Western show in honor of the Fanatic. And all children 14 and under receive a great baseball cap in red and black featuring the Fanatic on the front, compliments of tasty cake. Here's the number to call for your tickets, 215-463-1000. Hollins hits a ball to center field. Wilson has it lined up. He's drifting back, and he's on the track with not a whole lot of room to go. Hollins is out. Phillies lead 3-0 as we start the fourth.
Hollins got full extension on it and hit it off the end of the bat, and that's the only reason that one didn't go.
Good to see Hollins start to get in the flow here. Wheels, the Phillies have done most of what they've done this year without too much contribution from the number 4 spot.
Yeah, he's starting to walk a lot more, and that's a good sign for Hollins. The more he walks, the more he'll get locked into the strike zone, and the better at bats he'll have.
Darren Daulton popped up his first at bat. Darren not seeing a whole lot of pitches to hit, and to his great credit, he's taking a lot of pitches.
And that's why Fergosi moved Chamberlain in the 6 hole today, thinking maybe he could help him a little bit.
Darren takes a swat at that. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
There's the Phil's skipper. Has managed both teams in this, or has managed the other team in this town, the Chicago White Sox.
He's got a big following this town among the media corps. They come in his office and talk over old times when Jimmy's in town.
Well, he is gregarious.
He's a great storyteller and entertainer in his own right.
One thing with Jimmy is it's either always the worst thing he's ever seen or the best thing.
Oh, I know. There's no in between. That's right.
He's not a big gray area guy.
No Mr. In between. Daulton, oh, got a piece of it. Foul, still alive. Darren has walked 13 times already this year. How about the Cub pitchers issuing 10 walks yesterday and winning the ball game? Uh-oh, look out. Helmet goes spinning away, and Daulton will take a base.
Well, the way Hibbard's been pitching Daulton had to think that pitch was going to go away from him. So Darren's diving into it, and here comes a fastball right at him. And he just got out of the way. Watch him dive into the pitch, thinking it's going to be away, and now he's got to get out of there.
So Daulton's at first base, and Chamberlain at the bat now. Wes hit a basket home run to left field first time up. Just did catch the basket. Outside a ball. Chamberlain now has a 6-game hitting streak.
Darren Daulton's now been on base some way in every game so far this season. You know, you just don't think of a catcher have that kind of an on-base percentage, but Daulton is a different type of offensive player than most catchers.
Little dribbler in front of the plate. Lake pounces on it, gets Chamberlain. Daulton takes second base. That was a fine play by Steve Lake. So Chamberlain hits a home run to the basket and then hits one 5 feet.
The play was in slow motion. I think everybody around home plate thought the ball was foul at first. Chamberlain didn't run right away. Lake didn't react right away. And then see, and now, okay. The Chamberlain hits a home run his last time, up kills some worms this time.
Lake makes the play and gets him by plenty, as you can see. There are 2 outs. Phillies have a runner at second, and Pete Incaviglia. Line drive caught by Grace on a dive first time up.
Right-handed batters with Hibbard must take that pitch away and then try and make him bring the ball up, because he's going to throw sinkers and change-ups to him most of the time and try to keep the ball down and away.
There's a foul. It's interesting, there are only 2 Philly hitters who have any batting record off of Hibbard, the 2 that came over from the American League, Inke and Eisenreich, and ironically Eisenreich, the left-handed batter, has the better numbers.
Which is not that unusual against this kind of pitcher, because you take his changeup away from him for the most part, and he'll use it a lot more on the right-handed batters.
Incaviglia hit the Phillies' first home run this year down in Houston. Change up, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. Phillies leave a runner on. They lead 3-0.
In the darkest hour, their actions can mean the difference between life and death, even your own.
We've got a helicopter coming in for the injured parties.
Ride along with these real-life heroes.
The suspect is traveling approximately 110 to 120 miles per hour.
The men and women of our nation's highway patrol in an explosive new series that puts you behind the wheel 5 nights a week. Real stories of the highway patrol.
Weeknights at 7:30 on PHL 17.
Sigmund Freud, IQ 158, developed the principles of modern psychoanalysis. Sir Isaac Newton, IQ 163, formulated the law of gravity. Ken Sills, IQ 127, or so he says, just got a 2-year lease on a 93 Accord LX loaded with driver's side airbag, automatic transmission, and a lot of other cool stuff for a very smart price of only $239 a month. Ken Sills, modern day genius? The facts speak for themselves at your tri-state Honda dealer. The smart way to go.
It's spring break. And where is everybody?
In Lake Edna for the Colonel's spring break at KFC.
And you know what spring break means.
Chicken!
Now get 12 pieces of the Colonel's great tasting chicken for just $9.99. And while you're at KFC, take a side trip with some delicious new macaroni and cheese. Spring break's almost over, so get to KFC today for
a great deal for everyone. Well, almost everyone.
Good afternoon. I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break. Let's check National League scores. First in Montreal, the Colorado Rockies lead the Montreal Expos 2-1 in the top of the 5th and the top of the 4th. It is New York and Cincinnati scoreless. The Mets' Jeff Torborg and Eddie Murray have been ejected. Bottom of the 2nd, Houston 1 and Florida nothing. 4:05 starts are St. Louis, San Diego, Atlanta, and San Francisco. And at 8:05 tonight, you've got Pittsburgh taking on Los Angeles. Let's head back now to a very windy Wrigley Field with Andy Musser and Chris Wheeler going to the bottom of the 4th.
Is it ever, Neil? Look at those flags. The good thing is, though, that Phillies flag is still flying atop them there.
Yeah.
Number 1.
2 weeks into the season. That's nice.
Indeed. Let's hope it's that way when the Phillies come back here in late August. Their only other trip to Chicago this year. Derek May leads it off for the Cubs, and he is hit. May is hit by a pitch. He'll take a base.
That was on purpose, in my opinion. But I don't know whether that's such a great idea on a windy day. But Darren Daulton got dusted, and the Phillies are determined to protect their players this year. As you notice, they're not getting hit that much this season. So Derek May comes out and Danny Jackson hits him, but with the wind blowing out, you want to keep base runners off. So we'll see what happens. But this ball is right at him, hits him on the hip or the thigh area.
First time the Cubs have had a leadoff man on, and you've got a tough hitter now in Sosa, flied out to left field first time up.
Well, the Cubs were kind of asleep through the first 3 innings, and that could be a little bit of a wake-up call.
And that is so true. There is a called strike. Sosa homered here yesterday, a leadoff home run. Sosa has played with both of the Chicago teams. Phillies infield looks for a double play. It's tough to get on this grass here. There's a ball hit into the air to left field, but it'll stay in the park, I think. Whoa.
Maybe.
Adventure for Incaviglia, but he catches it.
Well, it looked like Inky was calling for that, and the wind kept taking it. Dykstra peeled away. And now, see, they're talking it over because there was a little miscommunication that time. Dykstra still could have caught that ball when Incaviglia got in trouble, but he had gotten way away from Incaviglia for safety reasons.
Not a bad idea.
No, it's not like Lenny's any little guy out there, but Incaviglia can hurt you. See, right there, he looks over at Dykstra and thinks, uh-oh, I got it all the way now. And the wind just kept pushing it away from him.
And look how close it was on that shot. The basket looming up behind.
Right, and that was on the hands. He jammed Sosa then.
The hitter is Steve Buechele, 0 for 1, a fly ball to right field. Takes a strike.
Don't forget the Phillies had quite a little altercation with the Cubs at the end of last season. And there's a chance that that could carry over. So far, there hasn't really been any reason for it to. That was with the Holland-Scanlon situation.
Here's a fly ball to right center field. Dykstra over and making the call. Wow. Everything in the outfield is going to be an adventure.
Well, it's going to carry, that's for sure. That's why the outfielders can play so deep today.
Sunday, May 9th at 1:35, Phillies and the Cardinals, a terrific red and white umbrella for all women 15 and over, featuring the Phillies logo, compliments of MAB Paints. Here's the number to call for your tickets, 463-1000, or stop by the Vet Stadium ticket on. Was robbed by Buechele at third base.
Buechele's really a good defensive third baseman on balls hit towards the line. He's not real good at coming in on balls, but that kind of play he's real good. And he doesn't panic, just straightens up, knows he has plenty of time, throws Batiste out.
Buechele doesn't have a great arm, but he's accurate. Here's Danny Jackson. Let's see now. Danny takes it for a strike. Jackson 0 for 1. That was a ball hit back to Hibbert. Jackson has one hit this year. It's a double. Tried to stretch it into a triple. Here is a pop-up right back of second base, but the wind will push this out into center field, and Willie Wilson puts it away. 2 outs.
You could see an outfielder before the day is over come running into the spot, look up for the ball, and it's going to be back over his head. We've seen it happen a couple times now where an outfielder's come in to the spot where he thinks it's coming down, then looks up and then still has time to retreat for it. But it's got that potential today because it's just blowing everything out.
Playing as a small ballpark today. Here's Dykstra. Lenny is 0 for 2. Ground ball to second, ground ball to first. Lenny with a 5-game hitting streak, and he scored runs in the last 5 straight games, and he scored runs in 9 of the 11 Phillies games this year. That's how you know your leadoff man is doing his job when he crosses the plate.
And he's more patient in this at bat. Last time he went up there and looked for something on the first pitch and jammed himself and grounded out.
Chases one here, 2 balls and a strike.
Pulled off that one. Dykstra will spend some time talking to himself when he does those kind of things.
Yeah.
It's like, I know what I just did now.
Meeting over, got to get back in the box. Fouls that. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Lenny. Not talking to anybody in particular.
No, he's just talking to himself.
Sure.
Talking about how he should be swinging the bat.
Hibbert has a 2-2 count on Lenny. Sharply hit, but Grace gets everything down that way. Dykstra grounds out. Phillies go in order. We move to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Phillies lead 3-0.
Phone, Mr. Lyons. Phone.
Hello?
Lyons, that package you sent
That's not me. What? I am shocked and appalled. Let me confer with my staff.
Federal Express?
Only Federal Express can confirm delivery in seconds and has a tracking guarantee.
Your people received the package at 9:20 a.m.
I'm terribly sorry.
Say no more. Let's do lunch.
Nobody tracks better than Federal Express.
It's back. It's the 2nd annual Great American Ford Sales Event. Only your Ford dealer has 5 of the 10 best sellers in America. Ford Explorer is the #1 selling sport utility vehicle in America. Now, you can save over $1,900 on an Explorer loaded with all these options. Plus, register to win a new Ford Escort or Ranger pickup. But don't wait. The Great American Ford Sales Event ends May 1st. It's your chance to save on 5 of the 10 best sellers in America. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer now.
Want your car done right. If you want your car done right, it has to be done by the right people.
We take care of our customers. We do the job right.
Quality all the way.
Experience counts. The customer comes first. Satisfaction guaranteed.
We're only as good as our people. That's why Jiffy Lube is America's favorite oil change.
We got experience at Jiffy Lube.
game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you friends know when to say when. Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change. And by your Olds Connection dealers. Come see the great value 1993 Special Edition Oldsmobiles. We go to the bottom of the fifth. The Phillies are ahead of the Cubs 3-0. Pitcher Greg Hibbert to lead it off. Quite a feather in Danny Jackson's cap to have pitched a shutout through 4 innings on a day like this here at Wrigley Field. Hibbert 0 for 1. It was a ground ball to third base.
This is the kind of day where a pitcher somehow has to just bear down all the time. You just can't let your mind wander, because anything up in the strike zone has a chance to be hit out of here.
Hibbert takes a swing at that one, 1-2. Hibbert is hitless so far in his National League career. He's 0 for 5. He has walked once.
This guy should get a hit or two before it's over, though, because he stays in there pretty well and takes a fairly good swing. He's facing a tough left-hander now in Jackson.
Yeah, he should get some hits off a righty now and then.
So he chokes up. You know, he looks like he's got a chance to put the ball in play. He doesn't look like one of those pitchers who goes up there and wants to get out of there right away. Stands way off the plate, way in the back of the box, and, you know, let me get this over with as quickly as possible.
The 1-2 pitch. Jammed him.
Jackson yet to pick up a strikeout, so he doesn't have strikeout stuff today as he did in his last start, but he is coming inside on a lot of batters, and that's Danny Jackson's style to jam hitters.
Just got a piece of it.
Can't quite put a guy away today. No. The pitcher you would think he'd be able to put away.
Danny had 4 strikeouts in his outing Monday against the Cincinnati Reds when he went 5 1/3 innings.
Yeah, and even that's not a big strikeout game. That's never really been his forte anyway. Jamming hitters is what he does best.
Low, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hibbert.
Phillies are playing Hibbert as a late swinger way over towards left center. And near the line is Incaviglia.
So he pulls one right over the mound. Duncan is there and makes the play. Hibbert is out.
Remember in Danny's last start, he hurt himself going after a ball hit to his left with his momentum taking him in the other way, and the Reds wound up getting runs. That ball was very similar there. And with a pitcher running, you could see he took one look at it and said, I'm going to get out of the way. Just let the second baseman catch this. The only thing I can do here is maybe mess up the play.
That's mind over instinct when you're able to do that.
Right. And here, watch. See, now he could go after this, but see right there, he starts to go after it, and then his reaction is, well, I'm not going to go after this. It's over my head and everything. Leave it alone. Last time he really did get himself out of that ball game with a fielding miscue.
Here's Willie Wilson 0 for 2, both ground balls to shortstop. Batiste erred on one of them, and Willie wound up picking up a stolen base. But he has only 3 hits in his last 25 trips to the plate. 2-0 on Wilson.
Willie Wilson, who could ever forget him in Philadelphia in 1980 with those Kansas City Royals.
Just at the start of his career then, virtually, and that was a great season for Wilson. Here's a ball hit to dead center. Dykstra back. He has room. Not much more, though. Wilson to the deepest part of the yard, but he is out.
Boy, oh boy, they really are carrying here today. Danny Jackson, you see him looking like, I know I just made a good pitch on that guy, and he almost hit it out to center. Dykstra does a real nice job of feeling for the warning track, knowing where the wall's coming up, and he knows he doesn't have much further to go. Nobody really wants to take on those bricks too often here, without the ivy especially.
So Lenny with a good play, and there were 2 outs in the inning. Ray Sanchez 0 for 2, ground ball to first, ground ball to short. Looper, center field, base hit. Cubs get their 2nd hit of the ball game.
They've both been like that because Dykstra's playing so deep today. Have to play a lot deeper with the wind blowing out. Balls hit in front of the outfielders have a chance of dropping in. Normally Dykstra catches these kind of balls off a hitter like Sanchez. Jackson makes a good pitch to him right off the end of the bat. And you see Dykstra playing deep, has to take it on one hop. Phillies also have a 3-run lead.
Danny Jackson has not been able to get him 1-2-3 yet. The Cubs have gotten a lot of men on with 2 outs. Here's Grace. He has walked and lined to left. Mark with more total bases than any player in the league. He has 30 total bases. Swings through a pitch. You think he might ever win a batting crown?
Yeah, I think he could. This park, you don't get a whole lot of ground ball base hits in this park because the grass is so high. And that could hold him back a little bit, Andy, but he certainly has the ability to win it.
Very fundamentally sound player, and we've seen what he can do defensively. Here's one skied to left. Incaviglia on the track. He's got it. Whoa. Cubs, no runs. 1 hit, 1 left. Through 5, 3-0 Phillies.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done, it's up to you and me. Come on and head for the mountains of Bush. Come on and head for the mountains of Bush. Here.
When you were a child, you were told we're all created equal. But now that you're a little older, you see things a bit differently. The new Lexus GS Luxury Performance Sedan. It's roomier, quieter, and rides smoother than cars costing thousands more. Maybe we are all created equal, but it doesn't have to stay that way. See your New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania area Lexus dealer for treatment that's unequaled.
Fall's a great time to make home improvements, and now's a great time to call the Money Store. We have low fixed-rate home equity loans to fit most any budget. And with our FHA Title I loans, there's no equity required. Call the Money Store, 1-800-LOAN-YES. Homeowners, things are heating up at the Money Store. Use one of our low fixed-rate home equity loans to buy a quality-built Weil McLean boiler and get their 5-year protection plan absolutely free. Call the Money Store, 1-800-LOAN-YES.
Well, now it's time to take a look at how these 2 left-handers are doing after 5. And they're both pitching really very well. Greg Hibbert has given up 2 hits. They're both home runs, a 2-run homer by Kruk and the home run by Wes Chamberlain. Danny Jackson with just 2 singles. Jackson's walked 2. He hasn't struck out anybody. Hibbert with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. And so on a windy day like this, you have to give both these pitchers a lot of credit. They've done well.
And give the outfielders some credit. They've also done well.
Yeah, they've been doing some staggering out there.
Mariano Duncan leads it off for the Phillies in the 6th. He has scored 1 of the 3 runs for the Phillies. He drew a 1-out walk in the 1st and was out there when Kruk hit a home run. Mariano thinks about bunting. But he did not. Buechele didn't buy it. He's still deep.
No, he doesn't think Duncan will bunt with the wind blowing out.
Off a left-hander. Here's one out into center field. He's got himself a base hit. Mariano Duncan with the 3rd Phillies hit of the ball game. Their only non-home run, their first single. Well, a reminder that Tuesday, April 27th, the Phillies meet the Giants in the first business person special of the year, a 12:35 start. All the great business person specials are compliments of Mellon PSFS. Start clearing your calendar. Here's the number to call for your tickets, 215-463-1000. Kruk gets in. John has homered to dead center, grounded to first. He takes the pitch for a ball.
Cubs are playing him slightly towards left center with Willie Wilson, the center fielder, and up the middle in double play depth. There are the middle infielders. You see where Wilson is. They're playing him mostly as a pull hitter in right field, slightly towards right center.
Kruk gives it a ride to left field. Enough? It is enough. That's unbelievable. That was just a little fly ball to left field. It's another 2-run homer. Phillies lead 5-0.
That's why this place is such a joke on days like this. But thankfully for the Phillies, it's going their way. Just hate games here when the wind's blowing out, because you can see so many cheap home runs. But in this case, John Kruk will take it. He hit that ball off the end of the bat, as Andy described, just a little lazy fly ball to left, and they just keep on going.
It's blowing 25 miles an hour. That's number 4 for Kruk, 2 of them today. And 5-0 Phillies. Both times he's hit them, Duncan's been aboard.
Now, the one Kruk hit in the 1st inning, he really jumped on that. He crushed that ball to center. And, of course, he got a little help from the wind.
Dave Hollins, and he hits it hard to left field, but didn't get any loft on it, but he does have a hit. Bobbled by May. Hollins heads for second. He's got a double. 2-base hit for Hollins.
Hollins is such an aggressive base runner. As soon as that ball's hit near the line the way it was, he's thinking double, runs right through the bag, and then stretches it from a single to a double. Breaking ball out over the plate to him. The key to stretching hits is to run through the bag, and Dave Hollins is so aggressive, he does that really well. See, he just hooked that ball. As soon as May bobbles it, he's gone through the bag hard enough that he knows he now can go on to second base.
Billy Connors is out at the mound wheels.
They have that Bautista up, it looks like, right-hander. I think it's Jose Bautista. We saw him at Veterans Stadium.
Indeed, he's working in the bullpen as Billy Connors pays a visit. There are no outs here in the 6th inning. Phillies now with a 5-0 lead.
There's the Crucker, who had such an awful game here yesterday and has hit 2 home runs in this ball game. We figure he's not going to have too many of them in a row.
How about 13 RBIs now for Kruk? Dalton today has popped up and walked. John now only 1 behind Andres Galarraga for the lead in RBIs. Andres with 14, John with 13. 3-0 on Dalton, who's drawn 1 walk today. It's amazing Kruk had that terrible game here yesterday. And he's coming back bombing today. That's foul ball.
Well, he doesn't let things bother him. You know, he did. And, we were talking about it earlier. He has that self-deprecating humor of his. He told Harry Callis on the bus yesterday. He said, he asked Harry, he said, Harry, was I 0 for 20 today? It seemed like it.
It did. Well, he was 0 for 5, and he did account for 6 outs because he hit into a double play, and he struck out a couple of times.
He was 0 for 5 and didn't get a ball past the pitcher. Very unlike Kruk day.
Dalton delivers a liner to right, but it hangs in the air for Sosa. Tagging at second is Hollins.
And base running.
Hollins is out.
It's bad base running on Hollins' part because he reacted poorly when the ball was hit to Sosa. He didn't go back and tag up quickly enough. Once you do that and you're late going back with a guy like Sosa throwing, you just stay at second base because you're already in scoring position. It was aggressive by Hollins, and that's the kind of player he is, but it's a mistake. I mean, this guy can really throw. He's got him dead at third base. Oh, that was a little closer than it looked because the throw was a little off the line.
So Hollins runs into the second out of the inning, and Chamberlain bats with the bases empty and 2 outs. Chamberlain hit a solo home run into the basket and left, and then the next time up hit a little dribbler in front of the plate.
Don't ever want to take that aggressive nature away from Dave Hollins, though.
No, but you can get a player to think.
Right, that was a mistake, and he froze on that line drive, and once you freeze on it, just stay there.
Ball and a strike on West.
By the way, that's the 3rd time Kruk's hit 2 home runs in a game in his career. Make it the 4th time.
Kruk's going to get a few more at bats in this ball game. Wills, he might be creating a new column.
Yeah.
A 1-1. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. That might have been his changeup. John Kruk with 13 runs batted in. Here it is again.
Now watch this. Right off the end of the bat. And it just keeps going and going and right into that basket.
Gaskets caught 2 of them today. West hit one in there, a little further to the left. Here's Chamberlain's bid for another one, but he didn't get much of this. He got enough to get a hit, though. Chamberlain's heading for second, nearly slipped, and he dives into second. That's a 2-base hit for Chamberlain.
Outfielders, anytime a big guy takes a big swing, here comes Lefebvre, and that's going to be it for Hibbert now. Anytime a guy takes a big swing like that, they break back today. So May broke back a little bit and then couldn't come on in time to get the ball. See right here, the big swing. Now he's already broken back. Now he comes on. Derek May does all he can and almost makes a spectacular play. And it runs by Sanchez, the shortstop, who was out there to back up, and Chamberlain has an easy double. And that'll do it for the Cubs starter.
A guy with a 9-1 career record in April is on the hook on this one. Hibbert comes in, or Hibbert leaves, I should say, as Bautista comes in. We'll be back in just a moment.
On the roof, it's peaceful as can be. And there the world below can bother me. Let me tell you now, when I come home feeling tired,
Let your thoughts just drift into space.
where the air is fresh and sweet.
New Club World, being introduced throughout this year.
Hi, I'm Mickey Morandini of the Phillies. When I make the plays at second base, I depend on my Rawlings glove. It's a choice of the pros. At Gold Medal Sporting Goods, you'll find a great selection of Rawlings gloves, balls, and equipment. Plus, Gold Medal is the official retail outlets of the Phillies. So team up with Rawlings and me at any one of the Gold Medal Sporting Goods stores in the Delaware Valley, where you'll find the best service, selection, and prices around.
Hibbert asking himself, where did it all go wrong? And it sure did.
Did I pitch that bad? Did they know you really did?
No, he didn't. The answer to that is simple. He just had the misfortune of pitching at Wrigley Field. Here's Jose Bautista, whose only appearance of the year came a week ago yesterday against the Phillies at Veterans Stadium. He pitched an inning, gave up 2 hits and a run. Juan Bell got an RBI off him. Comes in with Chamberlain at second base, 2 outs in the inning, and the Phillies on top 5-0.
Cubs are getting Dan Plesac up in their bullpen. One of the 4 left-handers that Jim Lefebvre can run out there. There's Plesac, longtime member of the Milwaukee Brewers.
We've seen all of the other lefties in this series already. We're talking about Chuck McElroy, Paul Ossenmacher, he's been in both games, and Randy Myers, who has saved them both.
And we saw Plesac in a game at the Vet pitching behind Mike Morgan, and Kruk got a big hit off him.
Pete Incaviglia gets in the batter's box. Here's Inky. Today he has lined to Mark Grace, the first baseman, and struck out. Three home runs by the Phillies today. They have gone 4 games without a home run.
Well, the Phillies are a fly ball hitting team for the most part. So, you know, they have a lot of guys that hit the ball in the air. And on a day like this, you would think they'd get some home runs.
Strike to Incaviglia.
Here's another one of them.
Bautista first signed with the New York Mets in April of 1981, a non-drafted free agent. He was only 16 years of age. He's from the Dominican Republic. Bautista pitched in the American League with Baltimore 88 through 91, up and down, and was in only a total of 33 games during that time. 0-2 on Incaviglia. Pop up, back to the crowd. Still 0-2 on Incaviglia. Chamberlain's at second after that pop fly double he got. West's second extra base blow of the ball game.
Phillies know they should have another run in this inning, but the base running mistake by Hollins wiped that off. Nobody knows that more than Dave Hollins.
Bautista comes on to strike out Incaviglia to end the inning, but the Phillies pick up a pair of runs on the homer by Kruk. There were 4 hits in the inning, and 1 man left on base. Go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 5-0 Phillies.
This is the Oldsmobile 88 Special Edition. It comes with a powerful 3800 V6, 4-speed automatic, anti-lock brakes, an airbag, and more. And you can get this larger and more luxurious sedan for only $18,995. Don't feel bad. It surprised a lot of people. It's your money.
He
people who go to a Phillies game have fun. And the ones who seem to have the most fun are the ones who get full or part season tickets. They know they've got good seats, so they don't have to scramble or wait in line. Get the best seats with the least hassle with full or part season tickets. And you can get guaranteed box seats for 13 games for just $130. For more information on all the 1993 season ticket plans, call 463-5000.
In the old days, you could find a great tasting pizza on almost every corner. Now you can get that great taste right outside your front door. Introducing Neapolitan pizza, now delivered from Pizza Hut. Made with an old-fashioned tomato sauce, mouth-watering mozzarella, and a deliciously thin crust. So call Pizza Hut Delivery and get a large Neapolitan pizza for just $6.99. It's a new old-fashioned way to stop and smell the pizza.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by your local Dodge dealers. Come in today because we know how to help. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. And by AT&T, the best in the business. Few clouds in the sky here at Wrigley Field, but they're expecting clear weather for the ball game. Maybe a storm here tonight. And the Phillies have a nice weather day for the first time in this three-game series.
There they are on the rooftops here at Wrigley Field as we've panned back into the ballpark itself. A lot of people sit out on those rooftops during the summertime. Not too many out there today yet.
5-0 Phillies as we go to the Cubs' 6th inning. That's a sharply hit ball by May, and he's out as Kruk does it unassisted. One pitch gets May.
This place will turn into Malibu Beach in a couple months. I mean, it is fun out here in the summer. From about June on, it is a beach party out here right through August.
Phillies won't see that at all this year as they don't come in till August 28th. Digging in is Sammy Sosa. Sent one to the track in left last time, but Incaviglia caught it. In fact, Incaviglia has caught both of the balls that Sosa hit today. He's 0 for 2.
This is the way you like to see Sammy Sosa come up with the wind blowing out.
Base is empty, right?
Right. Because he has flirted with a couple today.
And he did connect on one yesterday. Sosa has homered twice this year. High again, 2 balls and no strikes.
This guy really lets it go on every swing. He's going to strike out a lot. He's going to hit some home runs. He's never going to be a guy that you look for a whole lot of contact, I don't think. But a very exciting player and a good player.
And we saw him make a throw that got Hollins at third base, so that's another facet of his game.
It's an excellent arm, and the book that the Phillies have on him is very, very accurate also with a strong arm.
2 balls and a strike on Sammy Sosa. Steve Buechele to follow. Danny Jackson has given up just 2 hits. 3-1. He's also walked 2 and hit 1.
And yet to pick up a strikeout.
3-1 pitch coming to Sosa. He'll be flailing here. Oh, it's out of the strike zone, and he takes it. So that's Jackson's 3rd walk. Danny has yet to go through an order where he's gotten him 1, 2, 3. Buechele the batter. Buechele has flied to right and flied to center.
Darren Daulton out there with Danny Jackson. In this situation, you really want to keep the ball down to Buechele, and not just to keep it in the ballpark, but because he's so slow. When he hits a ball on the ground, you have a heck of a chance for a double play. So you really want to concentrate on keeping the ball down and away from him here.
Yeah, they've got 2 double plays in the lineup, Steve Lake being the other, and the Phillies did induce one out of Lake here on Friday. They're set for a double play here. Inside, ball 1 on Buechele.
Jackson threw him a hard slider on the first pitch, trying to jam him. Here you see the defense. They play Buechele as a pull hitter in the outfield, as Andy mentioned, up the middle and double play depth with the middle infielders.
Popped him up. In the infield, Kruk coming in. Daulton tripped him, and Danny Jackson caught it. Dalton fell into the runner, Buechele. Jackson caught the ball.
Plays a three-ring circus. Now, I guess you can't call obstruction on Buechele because he knocked Dalton over in foul territory. The wind blew that ball. That ball started out back here with us and then went all the way back out. And what a play by Danny Jackson, who's very athletic.
See, keep your eye on Dalton if you can.
Now, see, he's in foul territory when Buechele trips him.
Tripped, yeah.
And then Danny Jackson makes one heck of a play right there.
Boy, that was.
I guess you can't call a guy out if you're in foul territory because he obviously interferes and obstructs Darren Dalton to go after that ball.
Totally unintentionally on both their parts, though.
Well, maybe you can call him out.
Vizcaíno sends a ground ball to Batiste. He'll make the play at first. He gets it over there in time for the out. And down go the Cubs. No runs, no hits, and one left. Harry Kalas and Rich Ashburn back in the 7th. It's 5-0 Phillies.
Honey, I'm home. Sherry? Huh. Hope I didn't forget. Forget what? I took out the garbage. I wanted the plants. Hi, buddy. What could I forget? Anniversary, birthday. Oh, I'm okay. I'm covered.
The first digit.
Her number. I forgot to play her number. No. Oh, no, please. I don't believe it. Oh, not tonight.
7.
Don't forget to play every day, because you could win any night.
What does it take to be a mountain man? Do you need a big horse? Do you need a deep tan? Do you have to have a saddle? Do you have to have the gear? Well, the simple truth is you just gotta have the beer.
Bush beer, an easy drinking Bush Light. Have you got what it takes to be a mountain man?
What does it take to live a mountain man's life? Get smooth Bush beer is a drinking Bush Light.
Thousands of words already written about the revolutionary Dodge Intrepid, Automobile Magazine managed to sum it up in just 4. Intrepid. This changes everything.
Here's highlights from the Fleer All-Star Game. Hot liner up the middle. It's off the wall. McRae scoops it up and wings it to Pendleton. Here's the play at the plate. He's safe. Unbelievable. Fleer. A game in every pack. After 6 innings of play, it's the Phils 5 and the Cubs nothing. Tonight at 7, a wealthy businessman's daughter is kidnapped and only Reno can save her. Lorenzo Lamas stars in Renegade, only on PHL 17. Kim Batiste will lead off for the Phils. Batiste is grounded out twice, the second time on a great play by Steve Buechele. Fouls it off the end of his bat and into the Philly dugout. Jarred that Larry Anderson to consciousness. Andy will be celebrating his 40th in May. Ground ball to deep third. Buechele across the diamond. Low throw. Scooped by Grace. Batiste out, 1 down. It'll bring up Danny Jackson. Jackson is grounded out and flied out.
Grace, that was not a hard play for him, but we've seen him go down in the dirt so many times. He shifts around that bag. He's a Spalding guide defensive first baseman.
1 strike to Danny Jackson. Ball and a strike.
Had some mail about that Spalding guide. Now, you have to be older, I guess, to remember the Spalding guide, but years ago the Spalding company put out what they called the Spalding guide, and it gave you all the right instruction of all the fundamentals of fielding, throwing, sliding, the whole bit. But that's probably a collector's item today.
High pop up
Mark Grace in foul ground, puts it away. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Lenny Dykstra, who's grounded out all 3 times that he's been up. Jose Bautista came out in the 6th for Hibbard.
Lenny'd like to get one up in that wind. That would salvage his 3 ground outs.
1 ball and no strikes. On the outside corner, it's 1-1. Phillies lead 5-0. We're in the 7th. Let's pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
Three balls and 1 strike to Lenny Dykstra. Got jammed and fouls it back over the screen. It's a full count. 3-2 to the Lenny Dykstra with 2 outs and no base runners here in the 7th. Line drive into right center. Sosa will never get it. Dykstra on his way to second. He'll go in with a stand-up double. So Dykstra doubles to right center field.
You know, Lenny's not hitting the way he would like to. But his on-base percentage, Harry, is .423. Getting a lot of walks.
12 walks, 12 runs scored, tied for the league lead in runs scored, so he is doing his job as a leadoff man. The batter is Mariano Duncan. Phillies have 7 hits today, and all but 1 have been extra base hits. Duncan owns the only single. He's 1 out of 2. He has scored 2 runs. One strike to Mariano Duncan. Plesac up in the Cub bullpen. This will be Bautista's last inning, scheduled to hit second in the bottom half of this inning. Ooh, almost hit him. 1-1. Lenny Dykstra, second base with 2 down here in the 7th. High with it. Two balls and a strike. Bautista does not want to lose this right-hand batter with John Kruk waiting in the on-deck circle.
Cubs have a left-hander warming up. They'd probably bring him in to pitch to Kruk. He's already hit 2 home runs off left-hander today. That was Greg Hibbard.
Hit hard but foul down the right field side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fever and Billy Connors. center field. Dykstra rounding third. He'll score. Phil's lead at 6-0. An RBI single by Mariano Duncan.
Mariano's been on 3 times. Jim Lefebvre coming out. He's
make a
like
double switch, it looks
double
like.
Change.
He's going to take that Vizcaíno out of the ball game.
I guess they're giving up, huh? This guy has been wearing the Phillies out.
Going to bring in a new second baseman, Eric Yelding. Pitching change for the Cubs. We're in the 7th. 6-0 Phil's back after these messages.
It's spring break. And where is everybody?
In Lake Edna for the Colonel's spring break at KFC.
And you know what spring break means. Now get 12 pieces of the Colonel's great tasting chicken for just $9.99. And while you're at KFC, take a side trip with some delicious new macaroni and cheese. Spring break's almost over, so get to KFC today for
a great deal for everyone. Well, almost everyone.
People who go to a Phillies game have fun. And the ones who seem to have the most fun are the ones who get full or part season tickets. They know they've got good seats, so they don't have to scramble or wait in line. Get the best seats with the least hassle with full or part season tickets. And you can get guaranteed box seats for 13 games for just $130. For more information on all the 1993 season ticket plans, call 463-5000.
Left-hander Dan Plesac is the new pitcher. Eric Yelding at second base. He'll bat in the 9 spot, while Yelding. Plesac in the 7 spot, vacated by Jose Vizcaíno. Plesac appearing in his 3rd game. He's pitched just 1 inning, 2 hits, no runs, no strikeouts, no walks, and 0.0 ERA. One of 4 left-handers in the Cub bullpen. They have Plesac, they have McElroy, they have Ossenmacher, and they have their closer Randy Myers. Plesac signed by the Cubs as a free agent after spending his career with the Milwaukee Brewers. He was 5-4 last year with 1 save, a 2.96 ERA. Facing John Kruk, who's had quite a day. Krucker is 2 for 3 with a pair of 2-run homers. Duncan at first, and 2 down. Ground ball hit towards second. Yelding flips to Sanchez for the force on Duncan, and that will retire the side. Phil's got a run in the inning. They do it on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Stretch time at Wrigley. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 6-0 Phil's.
Al Bundy seeks to make a fortune as a psychic.
You are meddling with powers which, much like a woman's body, you don't understand.
But unfortunately...
Accursed you shall be. This I vow.
Puts the family under a spell.
Thanks, Dad.
There's no such thing as curses.
On the next Married with Children.
Tomorrow at 6:30 on PHL 17.
This Elantra is going on a trip. So is this one. This one's going to Grandma's house. This one's winning a 4-day, 2,000-mile endurance race. Imagine, a family sedan tough enough to be a world rally champion. So, if you want years of trouble-free trips to Grandma's house, drive a car that's already been over the river and through the woods. The Elantra from Hyundai.
You don't just watch a Phillies game. You experience a Phillies game. Big fun, lots of laughs. It's the Fanatic's birthday, Sunday, April 25th, when the Phillies play the Dodgers at 1:35. Free Fanatic baseball caps for all fans 14 and under, compliments of Tasty Cake. Reserve your tickets now. Call 463-1000.
Hi, I'm Dick Vermeil with a Blue Cross Blue Shield health tip. True or false? Taking 1 aspirin every other day may cut your risk of a heart attack. True. Studies have shown that for men over 50, 1 aspirin every other day can lower your risk of a heart attack by nearly half. Check with your doctor to make sure aspirin is safe for you.
Phillies lead this game 6-0. A 2-run homer by Kruk in the first inning. A solo homer by Wes Chamberlain in the third. Another 2-run homer by Krucker in the sixth. And a Dykstra double and a Duncan single has given the Phillies a lead. Jackson's only given up 2 hits and, of course, no runs in the 6 innings he's pitched.
And he has pitched very, very well. He's walked 3. He doesn't have any strikeouts, which is surprising because he struck out a lot of hitters in his first 2 starts. But
he's had some outfielders with their back to the wall a couple of times, but kept him in the ballpark.
Nubbs softly to shortstop Kim Baptiste, and Lake is retired. 1 down in the 7th. It'll bring up Eric Yelding. Yelding batting for the first time, came in as a part of a double switch. He's 2 for 4 so far this year. Eric Yelding spent his previous time in the big leagues with the Houston Astros. 1-0 to him.
Holland's up there shallow. Yelding can run, and he will occasionally drop a bunt.
Bouncing ball to second baseman Duncan. 2 outs and a couple of ground balls here in the 7th. And it'll bring up the top of the order Willie Wilson. Wilson's grounded out, been safe on an air, and fly to the deepest part of this ballpark, the dead center field, caught by Dykstra right in front of the wall. Cincinnati's got 2 in the 7th to tie New York 2-2. One strike to Willie Wilson. Ball and a strike. Fouls it out of play down the first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Willie Wilson. Back line drive hit to left field. 3rd Cubs hit. They've all been singles. It'll bring on Ray Sanchez, who is 1 out of 3. Just a little bit high for a ball. 1-0. Two balls and no strikes. Willie Wilson at first base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Three balls and no strikes.
Well, he doesn't want to walk this guy. Mark Grace coming up next. Grace has hit the ball hard twice off Jackson.
3-1 to Ray Sanchez. 2-2 count to him. Wilson will be moving on the pitch with 2 down. Walked him. That's the 4th walk given up by Danny Jackson. Cubs with 2 men on base, 2 outs for Mark Grace, who has walked, lined out to left, and flied to deep left. And for the first time, the Phillies will get some bullpen activity. Two men on base with 2 outs. Mark Davis will start throwing in the bullpen, and Johnny Padres taking the walk out to the mound. Danny Jackson has not pitched a complete game in a while. His last complete game was in 1989 while pitching with Cincinnati. Had that big year for Cincinnati in '88 when he was 23-8. He pitched 15 complete games that year, but he's pitched only 1 CG since. Joining Davis now is right-hander Larry Anderson. Cubs have 2 men on base, 2 outs here in the 7th. Line drive, center field. Dykstra can't get it. Base hit. 1 run will score. Sanchez goes to 3rd, and it's now a 6-1 ball game on an RBI single by Grace.
Grace can hit. Everybody knows that. And with the outfielders playing back so deep, they have to today. Those hard hit, some of those hard hit line drives will drop in. Dykstra had been playing normal the way you can play her. He might have even caught that ball, but he was so deep, he has no choice.
Brings on Derek May, who's lined to center, been hit by a pitch ball and grounded out. Line drive off the tip of the glove of Kruk. That's a hit. Sanchez scores. Grace to 3rd. It's now a 6-2 game.
I think Jim Fregosi has to start to worry a little bit now, because the 2 left-hand batters, Grace and May, have hit bullets off Danny Jackson. Kruk got leather on that ball, but he couldn't hang on. Eric May really ripped this pitch.
Darren Dalton out there trying to stall for time, give Larry Anderson a few more warm-up tosses. With Sosa and Buechele scheduled to hit, Fregosi would probably go to the right-hander Anderson. And I guess he's going to stay with no. Here he comes. Jim Fregosi coming out, and he'll call on Larry Anderson. Phil's lead by a score of 6-2. Cubs have 2 men on base with 2 outs, and Larry Anderson will be called in out of the Phillies bullpen. Well, Danny Jackson leads the ball game. He can win it. He can't lose it. He's given up 2 runs, are responsible for the 2 men on base. Anderson will be making his 5th appearance on the mound. Andy has pitched 4 innings, given up 4 hits and no runs. Struck out 4 while walking 2. And he'll come on here in the 7th inning. With the Phillies holding a 6-2 lead. Sammy Sosa will be the first one to face Anderson. Mark Davis continues to throw in the Phillies bullpen. course, Mitch Williams has not been used at all in this series so far, so he would be ready if needed. Houston shutting out Florida 3-0 at the end of 6 at Houston. Reds and the Mets are tied 2-2. They're in the bottom half of the 8th inning at Cincinnati. Montreal just got 3 in the 7th to take a 4-2 lead over Colorado. Ex-Phil Andy Ashby started that game. Got a 2-1 lead when he left, but now it's 4-2 Expos. Redding's hitting a lot of home runs today. Redding over Binghamton 8-0 after 6. Redding's had home runs from Jeff Jackson, Ron Lockett, Pat Brady. Brady's 4th, and Keith Kimberlin. One final in the American League is in. Boston 4 and the White Sox 0. Sweet music. Viola pitching the shutout, scattering 9 hits. There's Sammy Sosa. He has flied to left, flied to deep left, and walked. Cub runners first and third with 2 outs and 2 runs in.
It's going to happen in this ballpark. Jackson got the first 2 batters out easily, and then trouble.
One strike to Sammy Sosa. Just missed 1-1.
That's a good pitch, though, and Sosa will chase that pitch some of the time. Pitch out away from him, that slider.
He did. He chased just as you called. Yeah. He chased that one. That was way outside. The other one was a lot closer. Might as well throw it again.
He'll do it again, or Anderson will try it again. Start it over the plate and break it off the plate.
Struck him out to retire the side. Fine job by Anderson. Cubs got 2 in the inning. They do it with 3 hits, no Philly errors. They leave 2. We go to the 8th inning. Phil's on top 6-2.
There's laughter coming through. You touch us, we'll touch you. It happens every day. Come watch us take your breath away. No wonder there's such wonder in their eyes.
Come make contact with another world. SeaWorld.
On the roof, it's peaceful as can be. And there the world below can bother me. Let me tell you now, when I come home feeling tired,
Let your thoughts just drift into space.
where the air is fresh and sweet.
New Club World, being introduced throughout this year.
College has been replaced by career. Midnight snacks are now midnight feedings. And as life changes and families grow, more and more people are carrying the card from Keystone Health Plan East, the HMO from Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. Keystone gives them the comprehensive benefits they want and the security they trust. Maybe that's why Keystone's the fastest growing HMO in the country. The HMO you carry for life.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. Your Nationwide agent in Drexel Hill is Robert Salucci. Dave Hollins leads off for the Phillies 8th inning. Hollins has struck out, fly to deep center, and doubled. Facing Dan Plesac. third Cub pitcher delivers wide for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Bills lead 6-2. We're in the 8th. Breaking ball, 1-1. To left field. May is back at the track, has room, makes the catch. Allen's out on a deep fly ball to left, 1 down.
Didn't quite get it. Had it been hit a little more to left center, it would have reached, but there's a little gap out there. He got under that ball a little too much. Had a good swing at it.
Darren Dalton has popped up. He's walked and lined into a double play. Plesac, a 3-time All-Star while pitching for Milwaukee in the American League. 31 years of age from Gary, Indiana. Some big save years for the Brewers. 33 in 1989, 30 in 1988. On the inside corner with that pitch. 2-2. Plesac originally selected by St. Louis in the 2nd round of the '80 draft. Didn't sign, and was a 1st round selection by Milwaukee in the '83 June draft. Dalton walks for the 2nd time in this game and the 15th time this year. Like this rate, he's going to walk 200 times.
Plesac gave him that 3-2 slider, but it got away from him, and Dalton's had to go down twice today on 3-2 pitches.
Brings on Wes Chamberlain. He's hit a home run, topped out in front of the plate, and looped a double to left. And Chamberlain hitting before his family here at Wrigley Field. Wes from Chicago. He's always hit pretty well here at Wrigley Field. It's on the outside corner. Bills lead 6-2. We're in the 8th. One ball and one strike to Wes Chamberlain. Gets back. Called strike. Wes thought it was low. 1-2. Defensive swing as he taps a foul. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dalton first base. 1 down here in the 8th inning. Wes Chamberlain, and the Phillies now lead it by a score of 8-2.
That looked like a Mike Schmidt or Dave Kingman shot. That went right down the road.
So Wes back home. Likes to hit at Wrigley Field. 2-homer game for him.
And a double. Derek May in left field didn't even twitch on that ball. He just watched it go.
That's his second 2-homer game in his career. He hit 2 against San Diego in 1991. Incaviglia fouls it out of play.
Watch this one. That was that slider. Was he ever ready for it? Woo. Nice swing by Wes. Can't hit him much better than that. That hit over there by that building.
He balls and a strike to Incaviglia, who's lined out on a great play by Mark Grace and twice struck out. Change up. Incaviglia fouls it out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wes's first home run today was a windswept home run, but that last one certainly wasn't. It would have been out on any day here at Wrigley. Check swing. Flagged by Yelding. 2 down. That'll bring on Kim Baptiste. Phillies are home on Tuesday night. Don't forget, against San Diego. The Padres in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All of them 7:35. And Tom Lasorda and the Dodgers move in Friday, April 23rd at 7:35. Saturday the 24th at 7:05. That'll be card book night. Card books for all youngsters 14 and under. Fanatic's birthday on Sunday the 25th. Game time 1:35. Then the San Francisco Giants, Barry Bonds and company, move in for 2 games. Monday the 26th, 7:35, and a business person special Tuesday the 27th at 12:35. Off the glove of Buechele. He's not going to take a hit away from Baptiste this time, and Kim will get a single. Buechele took a hit away from Baptiste in the 5th, but not this time. Good effort by him. For tickets for the coming homestand, just call 463-1000.
Buechele almost got that ball. He got some leather on it. He was a Gold Glove fielder in the American League.
Larry Anderson will get a rare at bat here.
It might be rare too.
Plesac might be pitching around him here. Anderson lifetime 4 hits, 37 at bats. Late swing and a foul. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Choked up on the bat, Harry.
1-2 to Larry Anderson.
No signals. Probably put the take sign on.
Got wood on it. 1-2. Piece of that one too.
Catching up to it.
Killing a few worms around that home plate area. Batista third, Anderson at first with a line signal to right. Can you believe it?
He's batting 1,000 this year. He hit that ball hard.
Yes, he did. Wonder when his last hit was.
Watch this. High fastball, and he just leveled off on it. Sosa almost made a good play.
We'll bring on Lenny Dykstra, who is 1 out of 4 with a double and a run scored. One strike to Dykstra.
Phillies have 3 players, Harry, who are hitting 1,000 this year.
Ricky Jordan, Todd Pratt, and Larry Anderson.
That is correct.
Nothing 2 to Lenny Dykstra. Phil's lead 8-2. We are in the 8th inning. Pops a foul out of play. One ball and 2 strikes. Foul tip struck him out. That'll retire the side, but the Phils add 2 more on a 2-run home run by Wes Chamberlain. There were 3 hits in the inning, no Chicago errors, and 2 men left. We go to the bottom half of the 8th. It's 8-2 Phils.
People come in and say, why 5 grades of gasoline? I tell them offering only 3 grades would be like selling suits in small, medium, and large. Some people would get a good fit. Some could use a little tailoring. So if you want to know why we give you all these choices, think about the guy who needs a 41 long and picture him wearing a 39 short.
There's never been a better day to come back to AT&T.
Well, how come they won't take me back?
In fact, over 100,000 businesses have come back.
Yeah, I'll make it 100,001.
Come back to AT&T now, and your business, large or small, can get 100 days free.
Oh, my whole career's a small business.
Come back to AT&T, the best in the business.
Ah, come on, will you? Even my wife took me back. I mean, not for long. Oh, she'll hear from me, too.
Dear Midas customers, now save 25% on brake shoes or pads, guaranteed for as long as you own your car. And we'll fix the brakes on most cars the same day you call. That's the Midas way, the way it should be.
And talk about the way it should be. Right now, Midas will give you 25% off brake shoes or pads. And with your 25% off, you'll also get a free oil change, a free lube, and a free filter. But you better hurry. This offer ends soon.
Good afternoon. I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break in the American League today. First of all, Frank Viola with his 16th career shutout. Boston 4-0 over Chicago. Top of the 9th, Texas 10, the Yankees 2. Bottom of the 8th, Seattle 7, Detroit 6, Dave Valley with a solo home run. In the 9th, Cleveland leads Toronto. In the bottom of the 8th, California over Baltimore. In the top of the 9th, Kansas City 5, Milwaukee 4, and Minnesota 4, and Milwaukee leads Oakland 6-0 in the bottom of the 8th. Let's go back to Wrigley Field. Harry and Richie.
Hi, thanks, Neil. Where it's 8-2, the Phils. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Jim Eisenreich has come into play right field, replacing Wes Chamberlain. Steve Buechele leads off for the Cubs. Buechele has lined out to right, fly to right, and hit a high towering pop-up that Danny Jackson finally caught as the wind blew it from foul territory to fair territory. ball and no strikes. Dwight Smith has moved into the on-deck circle. He will bat for Dan Plesac. And then Steve Lake scheduled to hit. 2-0. Chuck McElroy up in the Cub bullpen. Two balls and a strike to Buechele.
Buechele was going to jump on a 2-0 cripple, but he didn't get a cripple. Got that slider. It's about all that Anderson throws. Once in a while, he'll throw a sinker. Not very often.
Into deep center field. Dykstra back out of here. Home run, Buechele. But it's an 8-3 ball game. Phillies lead by 5. First run given up by Anderson this year. Buechele's first home run.
Sometimes you hit the home run when you're not looking for a cripple. He got the slider again, and Andy got it over the plate, which surprised me a little bit because Buechele went after the 2 previous pitches, sliders that were both outside the plate.
1 strike to Dwight Smith. Smith is 1 for 5 this year. It was a homer. He started yesterday's game, hit a home run. It's a pinch hitter. He's nothing out of 2. One ball and 1 strike. Two and 1. Two and 2 to Smith. Buck's going to let that ball roll. If it would have kicked back into fair territory, it would have been a fair ball.
I think that hit Smith's foot.
Yeah. Did it hit him in the foot?
That slider just ate him up inside and went right down his leg.
That one's fouled off at the plate. He's really getting jammed in this at bat. There goes his bat. Now we have the answer from Gene Diaz as to when Larry Anderson's last hit was. April 23rd of 1989. About 4 years ago at Cincinnati.
Yeah, he doesn't get many at bats anyway. Usually he's in the ball game for like an inning and he's out of there.
Full count. And we'll bring on Rick Wilkins. Now Walbeck to hit for Lake. Walbeck is 1 for 7 so far this year. Cubs have 3 catchers. Fouls it out of play.
Cincinnati won that game over the Mets 3-2.
Mark Davis back up along with Jose De Leon for the Phils. Walbeck is a 23-year-old. He is a switch hitter, making the jump from Double-A to the majors. Played at Charlotte last year, where he hit .301. He's the Cubs Double-A Player of the Year. Still 0-2 to him. Smith at first base, nobody out, a run in. Phil's lead 8-3.
Threw him a fastball there. Little high, but
One ball and 2 strikes. Looped into left. That's going to fall for a hit. So the Cubs have 2 men on base with nobody out. Rick Wilkins will come in to pinch hit for Eric Yelding. Wilkins 1 for 20. And Jim Fregosi will probably go to Mark Davis here.
Well, these Cubs they're pesky. They don't look like, they're that good of a ball club, but they really keep at you.
Mark Davis has been called in from the bullpen. So Davis, just acquired by the Phillies, will be making his second appearance in this series. He's pitched 1 inning of runless, hitless ball, 1 strikeout and 1 walk. Phillies are leading by a score of 8-3. Cubs getting 2 in the 7th. They have 1 across here in the 8th, and they have 2 men on base and nobody out. That's going to lead to the exit of Wilkins, evidently. Candy Maldonado has moved out of the Cub dugout.
Phillies trying to stay out of a big inning. They have an 8-3 lead.
But Candy Maldonado will bat for Wilkins. Maldonado hitting at 105. 2 for 19, 1 double, 3 RBIs. Harry Anderson came in the 7th. He struck out Sammy Sosa to get out of that inning. Then gave up a homer, walk, and a single. Did pick up his first hit since April of '89. And now Davis will work to Maldonado. Two men on base, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Breaking ball right there for a strike. Milligan 1 to Maldonado.
He's throwing that curveball into the wind today, and that increases the spin and increases the trajectory. That curve will break a long way.
Another curve, just missed with it. 1 ball, 1 strike. just missing.
Okay, those are pretty close.
Two balls and one strike. Fouls it back and out of play. 2-2. With a curveball, full count. Ground ball to Krupp. I'll get one. Return throw. Davis a little late to get on the bag, but they got the man at second base, Wahlbeck. Moving to third, Dwight Smith.
He might have had a shot at a double play because Kruk got that ball to Batiste in a hurry, but nobody was at first. That's the pitcher's job to get over there a little sooner than that. He could have had a double play.
Brings on Willie Wilson. He is grounded out, been safe on an air, fly to deep center and singled. One strike to Willie Wilson. Cub runners first and third with one down. Ground ball gobbled up by Hollins. Handcuffed Duncan, and they don't get the double play. Wilson beats it out. Coming in to score is Smith, so it's now an 8-4 game. Looked like they were going to turn two, but they didn't.
That was a perfect double play ball. You're right. Hollins really gunned the ball to second. And little bobble. Oh, that was close. Little bobble cost him the play.
Guy goes to the runner. Give Wilson a run batted in. Phil's lead is now 8-4, and Ray Sanchez takes one low. Sanchez 1 for 3. Inside corner, 1-1. Missing with a curveball, 2-1. To right field. Eisenreich takes it on 1-out. So the pesky Sanchez singles to keep this inning going for Mark Grace. Grace's walk, line to left, fly to deep left, and singled, and Johnny Padres will come out and talk to Mark Davis as Mitch Williams starts throwing in the Phillies bullpen.
That's amazing the way this Cub lineup keeps chipping away. Jim Lefevre has this club bearing down and battling. I know that's what they're supposed to do, but you know, they were down by an 8-2 lead.
Here's Grace with 2 men on base. 2 outs, 2 runs across. Missing with the breaking ball. On the inside corner, 1-1.
Got to keep Grace in the ballpark. They didn't like this call, but it looked like a strike.
Yeah.
Fastball had plenty of the plate.
Ooh, good breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just got a piece of it. Still 1-2 to Mark Grace.
Grace came in and struck, or Davis came in and struck Grace out here the other day. Pitched him just perfectly, and he struck him out on a fastball right on the outside corner. See if he'll try it again.
There's a fastball. It's hit on the ground to Baptiste. He shovels to Duncan for the force at second base, and that will retire the side. Cubs get 2 runs in the inning. 3 hits, including a homer by Buechele. No Philly errors, and 2 men left. We go to the 9th. Phils lead by a score of 8-4.
Where to find the Mountain Man. A mountain man can often be found on the trail of adventure, in search of remote watering holes, or weathering harsh climates. Most often, however, you'll find the mountain man wherever you find smooth bush beer or easy drinking bush light. So, head for the mountains and find yourself in the wide, open world of the mountain man.
The Phillies play Lasorda's Dodgers with Darryl Strawberry and Eric Davis. Saturday, April 24th at 7:05. Free baseball card books for all fans, 14 and under, compliments of Donruss. Reserve your tickets now. Call 463-1000.
The wait is over. It's the 2nd annual Great American Ford Sales Event. Only your Ford dealer has 5 of the 10 best sellers in America. Ford Taurus is the #1 selling car in America. Now lease a Taurus for only $249 a month for just 24 months. That's right, only $249 a month. Plus, register to win a new Ford Escort or Ranger pickup. But don't wait. The Great American Ford Sales Event ends May 1st. It's your chance to save on 5 of the 10 best sellers in America. Only at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Travel arranged through U.S. Air with daily non-stop service between Philadelphia and Paris. Non-stop to France. U.S. Air begins with you.
After 8 innings of play, it's the Phils 8 and the Cubs 4. Tonight at 8, Grady is busted on a phony drug charge. Can Boudreau prove his innocence? Find out on Street Justice, only on PHL 17.
Oh.
Chuck McElroy, the new pitcher, and he throws out Mariano Duncan on a comebacker. Duncan 2 for 4 on the afternoon with an RBI and 2 runs scored.
Mays in right field now. They've made a lot of changes here. Maldonado stays in and left.
Sosa moves to center. Tommy Shields is at second base. Chuck McElroy, the pitcher. And Walbeck stays in the game behind the plate. John Kruk is 2 out of 4, a pair of 2-run homers. Offs a high pop-up. Shortstop Sanchez stays with it. 2 down, and that'll bring on Dave Hollins. Phillies lead at 8-4. We're in the 9th inning. Collins has struck out, fly to deep center, doubled, and fly to deep left. McElroy throwing strikes today. He came in yesterday's game and walked 3 straight batters. Chuck's 1-0, 5.40 ERA. This is 5th outing, 3 in the 3rd innings, only giving up 1 hit but 2 runs. A lot of strikeouts, 6, and a lot of walks, 6. Collins fists one to left for a base hit, his 2nd hit of the ball game. That'll give Darren Dalton a chance to bat. Dutch is 0 for 2 officially with a couple of walks. Dalton lifetime is 0 for 7 against McElroy. Out of play down the 3rd base side. All the West Coast clubs coming in for the Phillies' next homestand starting Tuesday night with San Diego. In the air to left field, Maldonado is there in front of the track. Now right on the warning track, makes the catch and will retire to the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Phillies lead by a score of 8-4.
Shipping a package to Omaha? That's child's play. Try customs in Shanghai. The Peruvian Andes. Parking in Paris. Sandstorms in Cairo. The 400 dialects of India. An address between Czech and Slovakia. That demands local know-how. DHL people are the locals. DHL. We'll take it from here. Omaha, that's a milk run.
When you move into a new house, little things are going to come up. Unexpected things. Things the previous owner forgot to mention. So to make your new house a home, turn to the book with more choices. It can even help if you want to get out of the house for a while. Bet you'll learn Bella Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bella Atlantic Company.
I remember last year, honey, when we were moving.
Right.
Well, she called us and said if we put both our new house and car policies with her, we would save money.
Well, we have so many choices at Nationwide, and my job is to make you aware of your options.
She's always there with an answer.
That's the way we're trained, to be very knowledgeable and to be there when people really need you the most. And that's important.
Agents like Margaret are Nationwide.
Nationwide is on your side.
April 20, 21, and 22, the Phillies play the Padres, followed by the Dodgers the 23rd and 24th, when fans 14 and under get a free card book, and Sunday, April 25th, for the Fanatic's birthday, when fans 14 and under receive a free baseball cap.
Derek May leads it off for the Cubs. Bottom of the 9th. Phillies lead by a score of 8-4. May's line to center, been hit by a pitch ball, grounded out and singled. Fair ball down the right field line. Eisenreich gets it back in a hurry, but a double for Derek May to open the Cubs' 9th. And bring up Sammy Sosa, who has fly to left, fly to deep left, walked and struck out as Mitch Williams continues to throw in the bullpen.
Derek May hit Davis's curveball. Davis got it up. Still pretty good hitting. A sharp curve.
He was trying to hit it out of the ballpark and got under it. Baptiste calls, look out, pulls it off. A circus catch as the wind really blew it away from him.
He called that too soon.
Yes, he did.
He ran everybody off too soon, and he wasn't back there. He looked up and he said, whoa, I better get... See, he calls everybody off early. Now he's really back.
Had to make a great catch as it turned out. For out number 1, that'll bring on Steve Buechele.
That's not the way to do it, but that was not Spalding guy. But he did make the play.
Buechele is 1 out of 4, a home run. 1 down here in the 9th. Good curveball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Good fastball on the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitching coach Johnny Padre is looking on. Two and two. Off the curveball into the upper deck. Still 2-2 to Buechele. Wide with it. Full count.
Don't want to walk anybody.
Not on a day like this. Put them on and get a ball airborne. The next thing you know, you can come back. Fouls it sharply down the third base side. 3-2 to Buechele. Now Jim Fregosi is coming out. And I guess he's going to go to Mitch Williams. It is a save opportunity at this point. The on-deck hitter representing the tying run, and the Wild Thing will get the call from the bullpen. So Mitch Williams called in out of the Phillies bullpen. Williams has appeared in 5 games, 5 saves in as many opportunities. 0.0 ERA. He's pitched 5 innings, given up just 2 hits, no runs, 9 strikeouts, and just 1 walk. So the Wild Thing will try to save this one for Danny Jackson. Mark Davis going 1 1/3 innings. He is not charged with any runs, but he is responsible for the men on base. Well, it's Mitch Williams to try to tie this one down for the Phils.
The Cubs have to get another runner on to even think about tying the game. They're a grand slam home run away from tying it.
Mitch is tied for the league lead in saves. Mike Stanton of the Braves also has 5, as does Lee Arthur Smith of St. Louis. He'll be facing Tommy Shields here, with Matt Walbeck on deck. Phils lead it 8-4. Phils getting most of their runs with the long ball. John Kruk 2 2-run homers. Wes Chamberlain a solo homer and a 2-run homer. Here's Tommy Shields. Conestoga High School product, is 2 for 9. Missed a little bit high. It's close. Missing. 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Shields. Fly into center field. Lenny Dykstra there. He's got to go back, and he misplays the ball. It's going to be safe all around.
I tell you, wind's tough out there, but by this time in the 9th inning, they all ought to know it. Hard to believe. I never saw Lenny play a ball like that.
He knew he was in trouble here. He came too far in. They're going to score to hit to load the bases with 1 out, bring the tying run to the plate in the person of Matt Walbeck, the switch hitting catcher.
You never want to leave this ballpark early.
He cues the ball, and it's going to trickle. Williams makes the tag. Nice play by Mitch. A run will score. It's now an 8-5 game. Williams makes the tag himself for out number 2 in the inning.
That was a great play because Mitch falls off that mound to the third base side. He ran way over there. He had to glove cleanly and tag cleanly, which he did. He really put a hit on Walbeck.
And it brings on Candy Maldonado with runners at second and third and 2 outs. Almost a wild pitch. One ball and no strikes to Maldonado. Off the back of the fence, and this game is tied at 8. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? All of a sudden, an 8-2 lead at Wrigley Field vanishes. Misplayed ball in center field, which would have been an out, and all of a sudden, the Phillies are going to have to fight for their lives to win this one.
That is hard to believe. I mean, there was no doubt about it. I mean, Maldonado scalded it. Given 4 outs.
Chuck McElroy will bat for himself. 1 ball and no strikes. I don't know. Did he have anybody to pinch hit for McElroy? Of course, you don't put the tying run on base.
Who? He did. In fact, he had a pinch hitter out there.
No, I think McElroy was on deck.
Was that McElroy? Yeah, I guess it was.
He's used all of his catchers, Yelding, Shields. McElroy strikes out, so we are going extra innings. Cubs tie it with 4 runs. 3 hits, big blow, homer by Maldonado. No errors and none left. We go to the 10th inning, tied at 8-8. The 10th inning, tied at 8-8, and Jim Eisenreich will lead it off for the Phillies. Facing Chuck McElroy. Cubs have nothing but pitchers left to use, as Jim Lefebvre has used 3 catchers, his extra infielder, 2 of his extra outfielders. Eisenreich fouls it back and out of play. Jim Fregosi has players available on the bench.
Fregosi can't believe it either.
Speared by McElroy. Well, hit by Eisenreich.
2 great plays that McElroy has made. One on Duncan and this one on Eisenreich. McElroy is an excellent athlete.
Football quarterback in high school, Port Arthur, Texas. Incaviglia, nothing out of 4. 1 strike to him. Beats a foul, nothing in 2. Incaviglia's called out on strikes for out number 2 in the inning. That'll bring up Kim Baptiste. Baptiste is 1 for 4. Baptiste did not get the time from rookie umpire Wally Bell, and it's a strike, nothing in 1.
Yeah, they called it too late.
Two strikes. Boy, has the momentum turned in this game. Bills had an 8-2 lead in the 8th inning. We are now tied 8-8 in the 10th as David West throws in the Phillies bullpen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two and 2.
Cubs scored 8 runs the last 3 innings against a bullpen that has virtually given up nothing this year.
Close. McElroy wanted it, didn't get it. It's a full count. Ricky Jordan is in the on-deck circle to bat for Mitch Williams if Baptiste reaches base. Fouled out of play. Three and two. Struck him out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for McElroy. Bulls are down in order in the 10th. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom half of the 10th, tied at 8.
I'm a real wild one. Wild one.
When it comes to clean, fresh taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Southport. Bud Light delivers.
Mr. Dangerfield, AT&T on line 2.
Oh, really? Well, you finally came around. You're taking me back. Yeah, that's Dangerfield with a D. No, that's Rodney, not Basil. Basil? I mean, who the heck is Basil Dangerfield? Oh, wait, don't hang up.
Come back to AT&T now and your business can get 100 days free.
You can call me Roberto. Just take me back. Oh, you can even call me Roberta.
Come back to AT&T, the best in the business.
These days, 9 to 5 feels more like 5 to 9. Home cooking is as likely to come from a microwave as not. And sleeping late happens only in your dreams. And because life has changed, Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield have changed. With new health plans that go far beyond our traditional coverage and new service that goes far beyond your expectations. Because today hardly resembles yesterday, there's a whole new blue to carry you through.
Bottom half of the 10th inning, we're tied at 8-8. For the Cubs leading it off will be Ray Sanchez. Sanchez is 2 out of 4 with a walk. One ball and no strikes. Got that one over. 1-1 to Sanchez. He'll be fouled by Mark Grace. And then Derek May. Two balls and a strike. The glove of Baptiste, and that's going to be a hit for Sanchez. Sharply hit his 3rd hit of the ball game. And Mark Grace is an excellent hitter, but you could even see Jim Lefevre bunting him here because against Mitch Williams, he's 1 out of 12 a lifetime.
Baptiste got leather on it, took him to his knees, couldn't hold it.
He is around the bunt and bunts it foul. Eight-8 ball game here in the 10th inning. Sanchez gets back. Over the head of Hollins. Williams still has a play and got him. Good play by Williams. The sacrifice is good. As it goes over Hollins' head, but Williams hustling after it. It's a 1-4 sack and moves Sanchez to second.
And Mitch has made 2 great fielding plays. He's the one that chases it down, and what's going on out there? I mean, that ball really should have been caught in the air. It's an easy out at first. I think he started running right away when he saw the ball up in the air. Weird game.
Worse than that for the Phils. It's been a very frustrating game with an 8-2 lead in the 8th inning. Derek May, the batter. May is 2 for 4. Sanchez at second base represents the ball game with 1 out. You better keep an eye on Sanchez at second base. He had a running lead on Williams.
Good lead and would have had a running jump. Batiste is the infielder that has to keep him close because Duncan's way over there in the hole towards first base.
Two quick strikes to Derek May. Sammy Sosa on deck. Dead wide, 1 and 2.
Outfielders have to play deep today, so it's unlikely they could ever throw anybody out at home plate on a base hit.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Phillies can get through this inning. They think they'd have an advantage because the Cubs don't have any players left on the bench.
Foul ball. Broke his bat on it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A wildwood at Wrigley. Jim Fregosi has not enjoyed the last few innings. Pops a foul out of play. And Dalton wants a word with Mitch Williams.
Dalton likes May pitched on the outside part of the plate. He does 2 things with the ball on the inside part of the plate. He either pulls it and hits it hard or dumps it into left field. He has an inside-out swing, and Dalton would like to have the pitch out away from him.
Sanchez at second base with 1 out. Cut at that pitch. Still 2 and 2.
Well, Dalton is setting outside, and that's where that pitch was. It was out away. May got a piece of it. There it is.
Struck him out. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Sammy Sosa. Sosa's nothing out of 4 today with a walk. Oh! Talk about a wild pitch. That was truly a wild pitch, and Sanchez now is 90 feet away from winning this game.
I can't figure out how Sosa got out of the way of that pitch. Look at this pitch. Now, this is on the other side of Sosa, on the back side. Going on here?
I don't know. 1 ball and no strikes. Missing. 2-0. And Dalton wants a word with Mitch Williams. Dutch will have to be on his toes. Are any pitches that bounce up there with that runner at third base? Two 2-0 to Sammy Sosa. In the 2-0 breaking ball. 2-1. Breaking ball. 2-2.
Now he'll chase the low pitches, but you know he'll even chase the ones that bounce up there. But you got to be careful bouncing a pitch up there now. So I don't think Mitch will try to do that.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball, Hollins at third base. He throws him out, and then we'll move on to the 11th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. After 10, we're still tied at 8-8.
It's back. It's the 2nd annual Great American Ford Sales Event. Only your Ford dealer has 5 of the 10 best sellers in America. Ford Explorer is the #1 selling sport utility vehicle in America. Now, you can save over $1,900 on an Explorer loaded with all these options. Plus, register to win a new Ford Escort or Ranger pickup. But don't wait. The Great American Ford Sales Event ends May 1st. It's your chance to save on 5 of the 10 best sellers in America. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer now.
When you move into a new house, little things are going to come up. Unexpected things. Things the previous owner forgot to mention. So to make your new house a home, turn to the book with more choices. It can even help if you want to get out of the house for a while. Bet you'll learn Bella Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bella Panting Company.
I remember last year, honey, when we were moving.
Right.
Well, she called us and said if we put both our new house and car policies with her, we would save money.
Well, we have so many choices at Nationwide, and my job is to make you aware of your options.
She's always there with an answer.
That's the way we're trained, to be very knowledgeable and to be there when people really need you the most. And that's important.
Agents like Margaret are Nationwide.
Nationwide is on your side.
Bob Scanlon will be the new pitcher for the Cubs, coming on for Chuck McElroy, who pitched 2 strong innings, giving up 1 hit and no runs, 2 strikeouts, no walks, and now it's Scanlon. This is his 7th game, no wins, 1 loss, a 4.50 ERA. He's pitched 4 innings, given up 3 hits, 2 runs. They've been earned, 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. Milt Thompson will lead it off as a pinch hitter for Mitch Williams. Milt Thompson, who led St. Louis in pinch hits last year. Milt hitting at 179. He'll be followed by Lenny Dykstra and then Mariano Duncan. 11th inning, tied at 8-8. Bell's trying to get this one back after holding an 8-2 lead in this game. One strike to Milt Thompson. Oh, just missed.
I don't think it missed.
1 ball and 1 strike. 2-1. Bouncing ball, deep shortstop. Sanchez makes a nice play. He's really a good defensive shortstop is Sanchez.
He's all over the place, and he's always in a pretty good position to throw. I don't think they're going to change shortstops when Dunston gets back.
And Sanchez has done it all for him. He's also hit pretty well. Lenny Dykstra was picked by Mark Grace. It's 2 down.
Two balls have been hit sharply off Scanlon, but Cubs infield has made the plays.
Jose De Leon is up in the Phillies bullpen. He'll probably be the new pitcher in the bottom half of this inning. Mariano Duncan, the batter, he's had a good ball game. Dunk's 2 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Towering drive to deep right field into the corner, and May'll never get it. Duncan will get 2 on it. A stand-up double, his 3rd hit of the game. And that will bring out John Kruk,
who'll get a walk. It was hit way over May's head into that corner.
Rucker is 2 out of 5, a pair of 2-run home runs, and they'll put him on intentionally with first base open and go after Dave Hollins. Interesting matchup now with Hollins and Scanlon. Scanlon hit Hollins with a pitch last year, and Hollins charged the mound. Hollins' lifetime has faced him 6 times, 2 hits. They've both been homers.
Hollins has swung the bat pretty well today from the right side. He'll get a chance to swing left hand here.
Hollins is 2 out of 5 this afternoon. Duncan at second, Kruk at first with 2 outs. Tied at 8 here in the 11th. Arriving back in Philly a little later than scheduled.
Scanlon has been throwing the first pitch over. It's usually a fastball, or it has been this series.
Look at how shallow Sammy Sosa's playing in center field.
Yeah, with the wind blowing the way it is, you would think he'd back up a little.
He has a good throwing arm. He really is shallow. Base hit to center, and there would be a play at the plate. One ball and no strikes to Hollins. No strikes to Hollins. Aaron Dalton waiting on deck. Just missed. 3-0.
Won't be any green light.
No. What will Dalton do up next? He'll take a pitch. Takes all the way. It's 3-1. Now he'll be swinging if he sees something he likes. This will get the base runners moving, the 3-2 pitch. Duncan from second, Kruk from first with 2 outs. Beats the ball foul, still 3-2.
Made a pretty good 3-2 pitch on Hollins. Inside corner and down a little bit. Ball 4. That's a pitch, though, you can hit a long way if you catch up with it. High pitch, high fastball.
San Francisco gave up 5 runs to Atlanta in the first inning, and they've come back to take a 6-5 lead. Well hit, deep right field. This ball is out of here. Home run, Dave Hollins. And the Phillies have taken an 11-8 lead. Amazingly, Hollins is 3 for 7 off Scanlon, all of them home runs.
First home run hit to right field today. There have been some hit to left, but that was a rocket.
My, what a big blow by Hollins. His first home run of the year. Couldn't have picked a better spot.
All this with 2 outs. Those 2 outs were hit sharply, but here it is. What a nice swing. Down. That's where he likes them to, is down.
Bills lead 11-8 as Dalton fouls one back and out of play.
If the Phillies could stay ahead, that would give the Wild thing.
Give Mitchie the win.
It's not over yet.
No, they still get their ups.
Yep.
1-1 the count to Dalton. There's a base hit to right center field. Sosa over to cut it off. Dalton's going to head for second. Sosa's throw late. Double for Darren Dalton. And we'll bring on Jim Eisenreich. And his only at bat, he is lined back to the mound on a good play by Chuck McElroy.
Phillies have hit 5 home runs and 5 doubles. Nice swing by Dutch. Hustled.
Eisenreich will get the intentional walk. And they'll pitch to Pete Incaviglia. So they'll go right here with Incaviglia. Bills leading 11-8. Billy Connors, now the pitching coach, is going to come out and talk to Scanlon. No one is up in the Cub bullpen, so Scanlon is the man here.
Still have bullpenners out there, but they'll go with Scanlon, big right-hander. Incaviglia's had kind of a tough ball game. 0 for 5. Hit the ball hard the first time up, lined out. And
great play by Grace.
Yeah, he struck out 3 times, but he should be dangerous in this ballpark on this kind of a day. Not if he's going to swing at that pitch, though. He can't hit those low and away pitches for any distance.
Bills leading 11-8 here in the 11th inning. One ball and 1 strike. Lost in the shuffle of this thing is another well-pitched game by Danny Jackson, who, when he left the game, he was ahead 6-2. And again, he'll get his third straight no decision.
He's just showing him that fastball. Now he'll go back with that little slider. Incaviglia's missed 2 of those pitches. They've both been bad balls. He could hit that ball if Scanlon would get it over the plate.
Struck him out, and that will retire the side. But the Phils score 3 on Dave Holland's 3-run home run. 3 hits in the inning. No errors, 2 men left. We go to the bottom half of the 11th. Phils lead at 11-8.
Tuesday night at 7:30, the Phils kick off a 3-game set with Fred McGriff, Tony Gwynn, and the rest of the San Diego Padres. The Padres offense can really light it up, but Terry Mulholland and the boys are out to shut them down. Then Thursday night at 7:30, catch the series finale. The Phillies and the Padres clash Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30, only on PHL 17.
We play the Phillies on 17.
This is it. Bottom of the 9th, tie score, 2-out, full count. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball, and Ventura connects. A hot liner up the middle. It's still rising. Johnson leaps, and it's off the wall. He's rounding second. The ball drops. McRae scoops it up and wings it toward Pendleton. Here's the play at the plate, and he's safe. It's unbelievable, and that's the game. Now here's the wrap-up. Clear. A game in every pack.
With its speed-sensitive rack and pinion steering, double wishbone suspension, and Formula One inspired engine, the Acura Integra could appear financially unapproachable. As it turns out, it's not. Test drive the Integra at your Greater Philadelphia Acura dealer.
Still pushing that spreader? Let Lawn Doctor do the work with time-tested, proven lawn care or new all-natural fertilization. You get a rich, thick, healthy lawn with environment-supporting care. Lawn Doctor. Nobody does it better, naturally.
Milt Thompson stays in the game playing left field. The new pitcher is Jose De Leon. De Leon appearing in his 6th game. There's Milt. De Leon's won 2, lost none, a 5.06 ERA. He's worked 5 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, struck out 4, walked 2. Steve Buechele, first one to face him. Phils with a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 11th. One ball and no strikes. Breaking ball and a good one. Started at the hitter and it came on the inside part of the plate. 1-1. Just missing inside. 2-1. Buechele's 1 for 4 was a home run. Missing 3-1. Tickets on a day like this. Tommy Shields will be the batter.
Nobody knows that better than De Leon. He's a veteran, and sometimes you know what you should do, but you can't do it.
David West will start throwing in the Phillies bullpen. Tommy Shields came in late in the game. He is 1 for 1. From Devon, Pennsylvania. Conestoga High School and graduate of the University of Notre Dame. shallow center, long run, Dykstra, great tumbling catch by the dude. That was trouble from the time it left the bat because outfielders have to play deep. He had a long run. Great play by him.
He wasn't going to let that drop. He let Shields get away with one earlier. It went over his head. He misplayed. He didn't misplay that one, though. That was a good diving catch.
Here's Matt Walbeck, switch hitting catcher. 1 ball and no strikes. Missing 2-0. Bills lead 11-8. We're in the bottom half of the 11th and a wild one at Wrigley. On the inside play, 2-1. Two balls and 2 strikes to Walbeck.
That Candyman coming up next again. Maldonado.
He tied this game with a pinch home run in the 9th. Runner breaking. Dalton's throw is strong but safe at second base. Phillies weren't holding him on. Dalton made a strong throw, and I'm not so sure he was safe.
Well, they got a quick safe call out of Harry Wendelstedt. Yeah, I think he was in there.
Yeah, he was in there. It's a full count to Walbeck. It's an 11-10 game. Matt Walbeck, rookie catcher, has brought the Cubs to within 1 with his first big league homer.
They didn't walk him anyway.
The Padres out to talk to De Leon. Candy Maldonado will be the batter. Maldonado is 1 for 2. He came in as a pinch hitter in the 8th inning of this game. Hit into a fielder's choice, but then in the 9th inning he stayed in the game, tied it with a 3-run homer.
And De Leon didn't want to walk him, and he threw it down. And Walbeck really went down after it. Wind blown, but that's the way it is here today.
Here's Maldonado. High ground, base hit, center field. Maldonado at first base with 1 out. Randy Myers is going to bat here for Scanlon. Cubs have no more position players, so Myers, I guess, will be up there to bunt.
You think they would give away an out here? You wouldn't think they would, but, you know. Stagosi's out now, and I guess he'll go to David West.
He's going to David West is right.
What's going on?
So De Leon leaves the game. The Phillies bullpen has really struggled in this game. Randy Myers talking it over. Randy Myers' lifetime as a hitter is 10 for 56, hitting 179. So West with a save opportunity here. Maldonado at first base and 1 down. David West appearing in his 5th game. No wins, no losses, no saves. A 3.60 ERA. He's pitched 5 innings, given up 4 hits and 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Cubs out of position players, so they're pinch hitting their pitcher, Randy Myers. A runner at first base and 1 down. 11-10. Phillies leading by a run. Well, when we came to the ballpark this morning several hours ago, we had a feeling this was going to be a wild one. And it certainly has been.
29 hits in the game, and Lord only knows how many extra base hits. Been a lot of them. 3 home runs for the Cubs, 5 for the Phillies. Phillies have 5 doubles.
And Randy Myers comes to the plate to face David West. He tries to bunt it, bunts it foul. 1 strike to Myers.
Looks like Jim Lefever's going to play this thing right down for one out to tie the game, unless Ray Sanchez can hit one out of the ballpark.
1 ball and 1 strike. Missing a little bit high, 2-1. Bunts it foul, 2-2.
Now what do you do with it?
I think I'd let him swing if I'm Lefever, wouldn't you?
But I don't think he will. He's put him up there to bunt. You get 3 chances at it. I don't think he'll let him swing.
He gets the bunt down. West, he's the second one. Relay, yes, it's a double play, and this game is over. Mariano Duncan is down after turning that double play. Or is that Batiste? That's Batiste, the shortstop, who was hit hard by Maldonado in a takeout slide. Great effort by